At Sleep Outfitters Outlet, great sleep is a big deal. Save 40 to 60% every day on every Sealy, Stearns & Foster, and Tempur-Pedic. Queens as low as $249. Customer exchanges, closeouts, and floor samples. Inventory changes daily, so come in for your dream deal today. With no credit needed financing, expert advice, and up to 60% off retail, it's never been easier to get the sleep and savings you deserve. Go to sleepoutfittersoutlet.com for financing details and to find a store near you.
Hello, and welcome to Live!
We're just playing that theme music off the phone. We've got no echo, we're just going like this. The sound quality might be terrible, but let's face it, there's not enough people listening for us to bother editing it anymore.
Especially not now it's BB Australia.
Yeah, no one gives a shit about BB Australia, and who can blame them with a week like this?
Hey, I like the week.
What are you joking? We went from like the Battle of the Titans to like...
Oh, there were some classic BB moments in there. Are you going to introduce yourself or not? I'm waiting for that.
Hello, I'm Lindsay.
And I'm Gaz.
Now we're back together. Together. We've already nearly drank a whole bottle of wine.
I don't know how to be social anymore, do I?
No,
I'm a bit weird, aren't I?
We've been very awkward. Yeah.
We've been awkward.
No, you have
Me.
been. I'm not awkward.
Yeah, I didn't know where to put myself. I wasn't sure if we were allowed to, like, be more than 2 meters around each other. I don't know if I'm supposed to social distance. What are the rules?
Ever. There's no rules
I
anymore.
need the rules. I'm a Vinnie Jones in this situation.
There's no rules anymore. It's just go rogue, go wild.
No, but the rules still count. Why are there no rules in people's homes anymore? I don't
Because
understand.
you can have 6 people around your house now. You can have a party.
Oh, like my supermarket sweet party? Okay.
It's like that again.
Oh.
Get out the entrees, the
barbecue.
Star Mix. I don't even know what an entree is. It is nice to be back together and drinking.
I'm not going to lie, I'm still settling into being out.
I can tell.
Yeah, I don't quite know how to relax. But I think we've just been talking off air.
Yeah.
My anxiety is kind of high at the moment.
You need a massage.
I'd love a massage. I would love a massage.
You should go on some antidepressants. They're good for anxiety, you know.
I don't want to be on those tablets, though.
I'm enjoying it.
I don't want to bring it up in case it's your business, but how are they?
I don't give a shit.
How are they
I
working out?
changed. I was on these other ones because but I couldn't sleep, so I changed these ones that are meant to make you drowsy and fat.
Still awake.
Like, I'm still wide
Drowsy
awake.
and fat.
I'm already drowsy and fat. And I felt like they just kicked in this afternoon when I was writing this newsletter for work and had my music on and it was like ravey. The opposite. It was quite ravey. I was like, that Little Mix song coming, I was like, yeah. Wow. I was like, loving it.
God, the antidepressants have converted Lindsay to a Little Mix fan.
I know. I was like, yeah, come on. And then I thought, that ain't right. So yeah, so far so good. I've actually got on quite well with them this time. The other ones were good too. They made me quite buzzy. You know, I've been going out swimming a lot, doing things I wouldn't normally do. Less anxious, definitely. Like I present like the team meeting at work now, and like I'm not the team meeting.
You're the Arissa Cox of your company.
The all staff meeting.
All stars.
150
all stars
people.
meeting. Janelle's on there. Got K-Surf calling in.
I'm Julie Chen. I mean, I don't stutter as much as she does, so it's all good. But normally, if I had to do something like that the night before, I would just be like up in arms. And now I'm just like turn up like, who gives a shit? So it's just like that sort of don't give a shit feeling, which I think you could probably do with.
Well, not sure.
You can have a very mild dose as well.
I just don't want to go there.
You don't want to go down that road. You know I'm a pill popper at the best of times.
I feel like my feelings are there to be felt. But,
all right, Drake.
But also, I'd like some nails back because I can't open anything anymore.
Have you tried, what is it, Stop and Grow?
Is that the stuff you paint on?
Yeah, I used to take that one as a teenager.
My friend told me the Boots one will definitely make you stop biting because it tastes so gross. But I got used to the taste of the nail paint when I was a kid.
And the issue is, you try and eat a bag of crisps, it makes them taste horrible because you want to lick your fingers after. It's like, nah, this ain't for me. I'll stick to biting my nails.
Finger licking bad.
Oh. Your product
Shout
placement.
out KFC.
Gaz actually had a KFC tonight, so
it's working.
Oh my god,
it's working because I would never order a KFC.
Oh my god,
I saw it there and I thought that's an easy option. I tell you what, listeners, that KFC was disgusting.
You complained the whole way through it.
It was horrible. I got a tower burger. It had a hash brown in it, and it had ketchup in the burger. Why would you put ketchup in there too?
Oh, I thought
You
you
didn't give me no
wanted-
ketchup for my fucking chips.
I knew you wanted
Now,
ketchup.
listeners, I need to
It's
tell you
just
about
in the
this.
wrong place.
I need to tell you about this. Lindsay goes, I've got some ketchup in the kitchen,
the cat
in
food.
with the cat food. What the fuck? Anyway, I go to the basket where the cat food is. Sure enough, there's a little sachet there of Heinz ketchup. Well, there's like a cheapo brand from the chicken shop, local chicken shop, and the Heinz one. I'm like, well, I'll go for the nice brand. I open up that sachet, a little corner. You know, you squeeze out like from the bottom of the toothpaste, squeezed it out into my little KFC box. It was black. I was like, why is this ketchup this colour? You went, oh no, what's wrong with it?
That's the new fashion.
I looked at the date on that ketchup. It was 2019.
Well, I thought it was still 2019. Nothing's happened since then.
It was pre-lockdown ketchup.
Look,
Fucking hell,
I'm
nearly
doing my
poisoned
best.
me.
There's a whole bottle of ketchup in the fucking cupboard that Jack's got.
In the cupboard, it needs to be in the fridge.
I don't think it does have to be in the fridge.
That's
I don't know.
a common misconception.
I don't eat ketchup, so I don't know. He's got his mayo in the cupboard as well.
Oh, that's got eggs in it. That needs to go in the fridge too.
Just got it in the cupboard.
That is absolutely disgusting.
No wonder he's throwing up all the time. No, sorry, it's not really.
It's not bulimic
Oh
after
dear.
all.
This is too giggly a start to the podcast. We're doomed.
Honestly, this is, if you've been listening to us like since lockdown times, COVID times, we've been online for so long, and like we're the lowest production value podcast you could possibly find. Usually,
proud of it.
But when we went online, I was like, we need to do something to step this up. So I started to edit out the ums, the ahs, put in some music here and there. I was like, I'll put in the trailer for the audio from BB Australia. I did that in one of those podcasts you haven't listened to on Spotify. I put the audio
I
in.
listen to my own podcast. That's the height of vanity.
Why not?
What am I, Morrissey?
I do.
I used to back in the day, but now I know what I'm going to get.
Anyway, this is going to probably be like the raw, uncut
Yeah.
version of BB on Blast.
Oh, certainly.
Because I don't think I can be asked to edit it anymore.
No, I don't fucking blame you for the amount of listens we're getting.
No. And, well, it's not that bad.
No, it's not actually. We
in
just
the top-
checked the stats. We're in the top 3% globally, so you can't take that away from us. And plus, add the YouTube views, which we're not going to get anymore.
Yeah, good point.
I'm so happy I don't have to sit in one spot looking at my fucking face. I'm so tired of looking at my face on a fucking computer screen.
I don't have to look at my grey hairs anymore.
Oh, I like your grey
Oh,
hairs.
they're getting right on my nerves.
No, they're nice. I thought you were going to say they're getting right with your nose. You can pluck those
No,
out.
I do pluck
Oh
out my nose
God,
hairs.
yeah, you do. That's
I
that's
worry
painful.
about if I'm old and senile, who's going to pluck out my nose
is.
hairs for me? I don't want a bushy old nose.
No, you
like,
don't use one of them. Zzz.
yeah, I'm going to have to get one.
I've got one of
when I'm
those. I use it on my eyebrows, my top lip, everything.
old. Oh,
It's only faint, but you know when sometimes you go out in the sun and you just catch sight of yourself. It's like, oh, a bit of fuzz there, you know. Bit of
like the
fuzz.
little like blonde.
Yeah, little
bum hairs.
Yeah, little bum hairs on
Yeah.
the corner. It's like, oh, I don't want that. But you can't see them unless you sort of catches them in the wrong light.
This is the thing, you see. We've been sitting there, like, in front of... Where I sit in my bedroom is in front of, like, a vanity mirror. It's got neon lights above, and then the ring light in front of me. All those grey hairs are, like, shining in the light, and they just show up.
Why have you got so many lights on you?
A good point. I should have... That's probably half the problem. But I think I've really, like, started to age in the last couple of years. I feel like the grey hairs are going out of control.
You don't look any older.
Oh, that's good.
Yeah. Oh, how old were you on your recent birthday? Do you want to admit?
35.
It just Jack was asking how old you are. I was like, I can't remember. He said, I feel like Gaz is one of those people who has no age.
I'm
It's
ageless.
like he could
Timeless.
be. It could be like 30. Could be 40. No one knows. I'm like, I think
40?
I said I think he's about 5 years younger than me. I think he always has been.
Yeah. And always will be. Am I about 5? Is that about 5 years?
Yeah, I'm
No,
40.
you're 42, aren't you?
Fuck off.
That Rowan. Rowan's
That's
42.
it ain't me. I'm 41 in about what date is it? I'm 41 in
Mere
about
days.
10 days.
In moments,
Yeah.
you're going to be 41.
Yeah, but it don't count because that lockdown year, you can scratch that off for starters, can't you? Just bloop, gone.
It is weird being 35, but it's also good because I'm now in the bracket to get my vaccine.
I've had my vaccine. It was
You've only had part 1, right?
yeah, but I felt awful.
Which one did you have?
The shit one, of course. They give you
the
blood
blood
clots.
clot one?
Yeah, blood clot. I am a blood clot.
Blood clot.
I haven't had that for a while. I literally am a blood. I haven't heard that since Sandy Bogle was in BB UK. Shout out to one of our past interviewees
Yeah,
there.
check out my interview with her. That's blowing up the internet still all these years later.
Oh God. It's still worth it. Get your vaccine. Never mind.
What I was going to say was, listeners, if you are listening on like Apple Music or wherever else, we are going to try and get this on Spotify. I mean, YouTube, YouTube as a video of the podcast, but it won't be the usual us.
It will just be a picture of it.
So I don't know what that will be. Yeah, it'll probably be the cover art. Probably.
Yeah. Which I don't know if we've got a picture lined up this week yet.
Oh, no.
No, last week it was like...
probably the Cloches.
Oh, yeah.
But I didn't think they captured the Cloche reveal very well,
I
did
knew
you?
you'd be loving that. I was like going to Jack, the Cloches. He's like, the what? I'm like, who are
Dan
you?
didn't know what a Cloche was.
What's wrong with these people
how do they
that
not know
we're
what a
going
Cloche
out?
is?
You think just from going out with us they would know?
You need to know what the Cloche is, what the klaxon is, and what a laminate is. The 3 pillars of Big Brother.
That's what Big Brother was built on.
Yeah.
These hallowed streets. Right, should we...
Not forgetting the Territorial Army.
Should we...
Well, I'm going to stop you there, Lindsay. Wait a minute.
Have you got some goss from them?
I've been listening to the podcast.
Is it good? Should I listen to it?
Too much Tully.
I'm worried there's going to be spoilers.
I think you should avoid for now.
Nah. I'll take the edited information from you.
Just let me tell you.
Plus the listeners want to hear it too. They don't want to listen to Tully, not unless you've got Drew with her.
I haven't gone back to... Apparently Drew did appear on one of Tully's podcasts.
Is
Laurie
it a
told me about
YouTube thing? Because I want to look at him as well as hear him.
No, I don't think so.
He's so hot.
I didn't go to listen to It's Time to Go, but I did realise they were following us on Twitter,
Were they?
but we weren't following them.
Come on, it's time to go.
Now,
Did you follow? Give them that follow.
I gave them a follow back,
Go on.
and I tweeted them, I said, we shouted you out on our last podcast.
Oh, didn't they reply?
Did they?
Oh, I think they did.
Oh, and then I missed it.
I think I saw it, or I saw that. I saw something.
I noticed they need to put the link for their podcast in their Twitter bio. They haven't put the link for their own podcast.
Come on, it's time to go.
Guys. What are you doing?
Amateur. You're being told how to run your podcast by us.
How long have you been in the game?
You really do need help. How long have they been in the game?
I think several years.
Oh.
Probably, maybe not as long as you.
Not as long as me. I'm long in the tooth.
3 sheets from the window.
3 sheets from the wind. Gaz has never heard that before.
No, I haven't. That's the Northampton one.
No, well, you should know it if it is.
Anyway,
yes.
Tully this week has... Well, not this week, but I've been listening this week. I got to the Good Housemate. She had Nick on. Nick. You remember Nick? Colourblind painter. Danny's best mate. Ride or Die. The Wet Bandits.
Oh, Nick.
Fucking hell.
Hold on, I was thinking from a previous season. Yeah, I love Nick. The Ginge.
Nick.
Yeah, what was he saying?
Was the best episode of Tully's podcast
I
so
bet
far,
he
I think,
was.
because
he's funny.
I'm most invested in Nick, I think.
Sweet. Yeah.
Nick is pissed off with Katie. Because apparently, post Big Brother, Katie's been going around speaking a lot of shit about Danny.
Has she?
Yeah, apparently.
Oh, a sore loser, one might say.
Well, yeah. So he thinks that she's been given a kind edit by the show, basically, is what he says.
We weren't that kind.
Well, exactly. So Tully said, like, who do you think's been edited different to what they were? And he said Katie, and he was particularly upset with how she's been trash talking Danny in like various media.
Oh, that's good that Nick's still friends with Dan. That's good.
Nick is still friends with Dan. Good. He has got married to his fiancée since leaving the house.
What about the dog?
The dog's probably the ring bearer. I don't know, but can confirm that Danny and Mel went to Nick's wedding, so they're still tight as a trio.
Oh, that's good.
Nick said that he really got to know Danny in the boiler room.
Yeah.
And
Stockholm syndrome.
We didn't see much of them
No,
getting to know each other.
See more. I would kill to see the unseen cut of those scenes.
Give us the DVD.
Yeah, that would be so fucking good.
He goes, they had 2 little IKEA beds in there. He goes, I don't know if you've seen the film Elf, but like, he's like, that's what I was like. He's like, Danny fitted in the bed fine. He's only 5'3". But he said that in the boiler room, obviously, they were really getting to know each other, and Nick told Dan about his family life on the outside, that he's got... His life is basically his dog, his fiancée, and his job. And Danny got really emotional and cried about how he'd blown his family life because he was too wedded to his job in the past. And I think he also like told Mel about how he'd like ruined his own life and how not to do that to her family.
Oh my god!
And then Nick was like, "That's when I really got to know Danny and realised that he was really like a genuine guy."
He's very emotional. You see it on the show. He's always crying about this, that, and the other, isn't he?
Nick said, I was watching the letters from home and I was cracking up there. My girlfriend thought I was really insensitive. He goes, and I know that when Danny cries, they're real tears. Oh my God, I've got a Nick impression all of a sudden.
I can't tell if that was good or not.
But I think it was good. Better late than never.
I'm deaf in one ear, so it's not helping.
Do you remember that I said last week, Tully was talking about on the weekend there's fewer staff?
Yeah, so they could get away with more.
Nick revealed that Sundays is like the downtime day in the Big Brother house currently, and he said there's no cameramen anymore. It's just the electronic cameras, or just a few, just a few people.
When COVID struck last year.
Like the BB shutdown, and they're even allowed to have a nap on Sundays apparently.
Oh, the day of rest.
Mel,
blessed day.
Mel's episode was like, I found her less relaxed.
Yeah, she's not very warm, I would say. I liked her as a player.
That's human.
Yeah, but I do like her, but I think I liked her because of her position in the house rather than liking her as a person.
You're not going to follow Mel on Instagram to see what she's up to, are you?
No, definitely
just slaughtering these lambs here.
Gone bankrupt on my horrible looking farm. Yeah, killing animals. No thanks.
Mel said that she was relieved that Nick was like able to see her betrayal as a game move.
I'm sure he did, didn't
he? Like, she was obviously invited to the wedding. But what I will say is, and Tully highlighted this, that Nick did genuinely still sound a little bit wounded about it when he spoke about it. Yeah.
Oh, come on, Nick, get over it. That's a game move.
She said that she asked Danny who she should vote for when they were on the block together, mainly because she needed to relieve herself of that guilt, because she couldn't face doing to Danny what she'd done to Nick.
Yeah. Did she vote for Danny or did she vote for Nick? Oh, God,
Nick had already gone.
Nearly falling asleep.
Nick had already gone.
No, hold on. Did she vote for Danny or did she vote for whoever the fuck was on the block?
Danny, I think, because he told her to, but I can't remember.
Yeah, who was the other person? I forgot.
Sid, I don't know.
Some like, non-entity.
I don't think it's Sid. Charlotte, SJ, probably SJ. She said, "Oh, this is really
Mitch,
interesting.
Maybe.
This is very interesting."
Old Mitch, not new one.
Oh, also I've learned that. Remember I told you in the nominations.
Remember I told you.
Mary goes, I nominate Mitch.
Oh yeah.
I think they called him Mick as a nickname in the house.
Oh right. Why? Because I can't remember Mitch.
I think it's a common nickname amongst Mitches.
Oh.
Mitch is obviously a common name in Australia. Isn't Mitch like your dad's mate? Like, it's an old person's name, isn't it, over here?
Yeah, I don't know anyone called Mitch. Apart from Mitch Muffin from Canada. Shout out.
The butterfly of, what was it?
Mitch was robbed.
Is that
Butterfly of Death.
That
was that Johnny guy, but it was the same season. Yeah.
Same thing.
Yeah, I couldn't pick him out of a lineup if I saw him again now, let's be real.
With Rex's girlfriend in it.
Go on, you said there was a very interesting bit coming up.
Interesting news about Tilly. Tilly, when she was younger, was an Australian champion rock climber as a kid.
Okay.
So Mel said, hence, this is why she's got good upper body strength.
Ah.
Even more interestingly about Tilly, and this is ingenious, and this is why Tilly should win. And I'll tell you now, because if we're looking at resume, Tilly's got a strong resume. Mm-hmm. Speaking of resumes,
this resume don't add up.
Lord Sugar is doing the Australian Celebrity Apprentice for some reason.
Oh yeah, wasn't he doing a roast of some people or something?
Supposedly,
someone was saying, "Why is he doing this?" He's always having to go at people on Twitter, isn't he?
But like, it was weird. Why is he going to Australia and doing that?
Probably people are bored of him over a hedgehog face.
Anyway, Tilly. Sorry,
yes.
Tilly's resume. Tilly's dad is actually a psychologist, and he gave her some tips before she went to the house.
Oh.
And we see this in action beautifully. This is why, towards the end of a competition with Katie, she starts to negotiate a safety deal.
Yeah.
Bear in mind, she's also a child star rock climber. Mm-hmm. She's got strong upper body. She's got good upper body strength. Katie is obviously an athlete.
Yeah.
When it comes down to the two of them, she starts to say, "Look, if I fall, am I safe?
Yeah.
If you fall, you're safe."
Yeah.
She starts to negotiate that.
Yeah.
So that the person in their mind starts to go into a shutdown phase.
Oh.
Because this person is obviously negotiating a deal. They're now tiring.
They're going to lose.
So I don't need to work as hard.
Yeah.
And she actually has spoken to Mel about that was a tactic she used.
And that makes sense, because when she did that with Katie, that was when there was a balloon or something. Then Katie fucked up soon after that. Oh yeah, when they had that bar on the balloon.
Wasn't it the hanging one with the plank? Wasn't that one where she went?
No,
I can go for 3 hours.
Yeah,
like
well, it was both, because I remember her negotiating with Katie on that one as well. And then she beat her.
That is genius.
That is good.
Because like you can't you can't help that sort of automatic reaction of like, okay,
Yeah.
we're coming towards the end now, so
Yeah.
now I can start to sort of like ease up.
Yeah, it's like in tennis.
But then Tilly's like, I'm going to go to the overdrive.
Yeah, because Tilly said in that one, she said, I'm going to stay on for like 3 hours. I want to do 3 hours. Do you remember? It's
Just for the hell of it.
It's like in tennis when you're like, the only sport that I like, when you're like 2 sets up and you think, oh, they've only got to win one more set and that's it. And then they just, they get too comfortable and then they fuck up and then it goes on and on, You get too, you're like, oh, I can
Complacent.
easily win now. Yeah, exactly.
Katie was described by Tully, as a wellness coach, which is a bit odd. Apparently that's her job these days.
Right.
About Max and Katie, apparently they didn't date for even a full year, and it was when they were 19, so it was quite some time ago.
Right.
Tully was like, did the producers know that you guys were being cast as exes? Apparently
Yeah.
not. It was a coincidence.
Do you believe that though?
Well-
that happens so often in Big Brother. It's just fishy to me.
The thing is, Katie said the connection was kind of like so long ago, and it was like for barely any time that there was really no evidence anywhere
that's true,
of them being a couple, so it couldn't have been purposeful. But
It's like when they do it on first dates and they know each other. It fucking drives me nuts. It's like, why?
I haven't seen that.
Yeah, on first dates it happens quite often. They walk in, they're like, oh no.
Oh, really?
And they've like dated each other before and they pretend it's just a coincidence. Like they must have to write down like, who's
Every
the last
person you
30
ever-
people you've dated, It can't be a coincidence.
But Big Brother doesn't ask that kind of shit though,
No.
unless they manage to get it out of you through discussion, I suppose.
Yeah,
but,
maybe.
So yeah, apparently the producers didn't even know.
I'm so glad that guy went first. It could have been a very different show if you had that Max.
Yeah. Nick also said that like the line was kind of drawn for Danny because what we didn't see was they got to
Line in the
watch
sand.
they got to watch the first competition fully. But I think we did notice that from the boiler room, and that's when they really realised that like Max and Katie were like the physical threats.
Yeah.
She was coming for Danny, and she said that he was making bizarre and intimidating comments, and he kept saying that this is my house and I'm the king of the jungle, and that's why.
That wasn't intimidating. That's just showboating.
She like had a problem with
Imagine
him.
him being intimidating. He's just an idiot.
She goes, "Oh, it's no one's house. It's if anyone has the power, it's Big Brother. Like
what an arse
not even
kisser.
me, kind of thing." She didn't
Unless
say not
she's
even me, but she meant
sort
that.
of whispering in people's ears just straight after the competition.
Tully raised there was speculation about a romantic relationship between herself, Katie, and Jess.
Oh, was
People
that?
have been thinking that apparently. In the
Is
outside
Jess
world.
gay?
I'm pretty sure.
I mean,
yeah. I think so.
seems
Yeah,
like
she mentioned
seems
it
like
as well.
she is football playing and everything. She don't wear no makeup, stuff like that.
Undercut.
I'm a five. Hold on, I've got an undercut. Sorry, Jess.
And Tully was kind
That's
of
not offensive. Never mind.
Tully was kind of wishing for there to be something, but she said it's just platonic.
What's Tully's presenting style like? Is she objective or is she sort of dropping in her opinion here and there?
No, no opinion.
Oh,
She
good.
keeps going about Dan. Who died and made you Big Brother?
Oh, she don't like Dan?
No, she thinks he's been a bit like.
Oh, these
pompous.
people! Get the hell out. At the end of that bottom one. Carry on.
Katie doesn't talk to Danny now, she said.
I'm sure.
What a surprise. And she moaned about Mel trying to create drama on social media. She was like, I'm in touch with Mel.
Oh.
And we talk. And she's listing everyone that she still talks to. And she also decided to go, oh, I'm so open-minded. I've got a non-binary friend. And I've got a bisexual friend and all this stuff.
Who's the non-binary friend?
Kira off of BB Camp.
So I was thinking. Or was it Demi Lovato?
So, it's very topical.
I hate Demi Lovato, but not because of that.
She said that Mel on social media, Mel who apparently doesn't have the internet, doesn't have social media, called Katie a snake. And then Katie had to come to her and be like, why are you calling me a snake? And then Mel was like, oh, it's just for like a show, just to build the drama on social media. The fuck?
Magazine deal.
Even though they talk all the time, she's still calling her a snake.
Okay.
What
That
does
story
a snake do?
That story don't add up.
Katie said that Mel is a world champion horse rider, which even Mel didn't reveal on her podcast. So basically, every time you listen to Tully talk to someone, you find a little bit more about someone else's physical abilities in the past.
How long are these episodes?
Depends who they're talking to.
Right.
But a 45 to 50 minutes.
Okay.
Alex,
Lightweights.
the twin, only got 25.
Oh, God. I'm not surprised.
Katie wasn't particularly happy with the way she's been edited. She said that she's actually a very emotional and a soft and warm person, but Big Brother cut out all of her tears because they wanted her to look like a tough player.
Did they cut out the time she made that
Cereal box house, yeah, and that. She also said that Ari had sabotaged the shopping list one time to make a drama, but we didn't really see that.
500 bananas, sure.
And Tully said that Ari's behaviour kind of reminds her of Tim's in her season. A bit like antagonistic.
Let's not go overboard here.
Question, this is my question. Can we compare Ari with the greatness of Tim Dormer? I agree entirely. Katie said she didn't sleep for 3 nights because a fight broke out between Nick and Danny and Jess and Katie.
Oh.
She said that was when the mums left, so the mums are
the
SJ
attic.
And Mary, and she was talking.
Oh, she's got carpal tunnel, you know.
They are reusing that soundbite. And Tully was like,
tick, 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 boom. That's how this podcast is going to go.
Tully was like,
Tully.
Some people are saying that's too much. That's a twist too far, including yourself. Katie was like, really, we needed those mums to keep control in the house.
Oh, that's the last thing you want. Get them out. We want everyone to run riot.
But she said like this big row happened between the two dominant alliances, and that's why Jess was crying in the diary room that time. Not because she was going to be nominated, but because Nick and Danny were coming for her.
Oh, come on.
She said Big Brother needed those mums to come back in to be like, calm it down, have some tofu. And
no, I don't want that. I want people to go rogue.
Katie still feels betrayed by SJ as well.
Oh, well.
Alex. Actually, let's talk about Alex. Should we talk about Alex?
Oh, well.
Now or later? Okay, briefly. Alex said... Alex claims...
What's there to say?
Alex claims that people are calling Alex and Charlotte II the Sugar Sisters 2.0. I haven't heard anyone say
did write it down, but that was only because they were twins.
She said that actually she would have rather played as one housemate, but there wasn't the option.
Well, Jed would have won. Julia and what's her face in BBUS were 2. Liz and Julia.
Were they from the twin twist?
Yeah, there was 2 twin twists. There was one where they swapped it. Oh no, they both swapped in and out.
Project DNA.
Yeah, they both swapped in and out, and they were both individual players.
Don't you think that?
I mean, they are both individual humans. If you think about it.
Don't you think that now we've only got one twin in? It's a missed opportunity if they don't try and swap them out and see if. That
would be good. But they don't look.
Because one's got a wart here and one's got a wart there.
Gaz, don't comment on people's warts. That's very, very offensive.
Whose wart were you coming for earlier on a music
Becky
video?
Hill, whoever that is.
Yeah.
Look, if you want to have a wart, that's your business. I'm not like Kim Woodburn in the jungle slagging off someone for having a wart on his face.
I don't remember that.
Jack always mentions it about that Justin and Colin.
Oh yeah.
She said to him, "Oh, you can have those removed." You know.
Yeah, she did. I do remember that.
So I'm no better than her. Sorry, Lovey.
Sorry, Lovey.
You can have that removed. Imagine fucking saying that to someone. Ouch.
Were they both in that series? Both Colin and Justin?
No.
Or was just one of them? Justin, I think.
Just one of them, yeah.
Anything more to say about warts, or
nothing?
Okay.
You brought it up. What's that? Waterzole or something? I think I've made that up. Waterzole. BB on Blast wants to buy Waterzole.
Head to bbblast.com to get your Waterzole now.
Oh fuck me.
She said that Marley didn't vote for her to stay because he thought she was too close to Danny. So Marley is still kind of coming for Danny.
I'm a bit confused about the alliances now. I'm sure we'll come to it.
It's all got a bit murky, hasn't it?
Now that is Jess really with Danny? Surely one of them.
I like it. I hope so.
Yeah, but I don't know. I think when they get the chance,
I think you're supposed to like Jess now.
Oh, come on. That's never going to happen. Marley has just sort of been left out in the cold because he's not in that alliance, is he?
Marley will be gone soon.
Dowie, you okay, boy?
Got a limp cat here.
He's just got up from the sofa. There he is.
Definitely hasn't been outside on that
Shut
limp
up!
wrist.
He's not been outside. He's fine.
Hasn't had some painkillers and gone out.
Shut up! Don't, because I get the RSPCA on me. Come on. It's cruel to keep him in. Look, he's a lively boy.
Alex has come to say hello to me now. Finally, I've been here for hours.
Look, he stood on his paw. It's fine.
Painkillers are working. Alex said that she decided that... Sorry, Charlotte decided...
Which Charlotte?
Charlotte II.
Right.
that she'd given up uni to do Big Brother,
Oh, really?
and that all she was going to leave to was her parents. That's why it kind of switched.
Oh, I see.
That she'd given up more in the end, even though it was Alex that wanted to go on the show.
That confused the
Wasn't it?
shit out of me.
Confusing.
I thought they were each other. That was the time we needed the names on the screen, because then when one come off,
during the house.
I was like, oh shit! I thought it was totally the other way around. I thought she was throwing it to her.
Yeah, because they only label their names in the diary room in Australia, don't they?
I was completely befuddled. They should have had name tags on.
Probably.
Let us get to know twins for at least a week. What about Samantha? They were all one housemate. Hang on.
They had the opportunity to separate, but they didn't take
I
it.
don't blame them. Got to keep that magic together.
Alex apparently was
Sorry about that crunching in the background.
evicted at 3 a.m. in the morning, and she didn't really know how long they stood on that thing, but she said she was really cold.
3.5 hours, wasn't it?
Tully said it was like 6 hours, but I don't know. But they apparently were trying to negotiate, like, what if we both step off at the same time, then can we both stay?
Loophole.
Or can we become one housemate?
I like that. And Big Brother said, I'm sorry, but you must go.
One of you has to leave.
Yeah, it won't be as fun if you both stay. But what about...
We need some drama.
But what about Gabe? He could go, maybe.
Oh, God. The nefarious potato.
What a useless piece of shit. The poor sod.
Gabe is the nefarious potato
God
from
bless
here
him.
on out.
We've seen a housemate like that for time immemorial on Big Brother, haven't we? Just can't cut it in those deep waters
Who else?
of the Big Brother house.
Oh,
every
that guy that made the slot cookies in his year. Oh, fuck. Who's that?
Fuck knows. Every iteration of Big Brother has that person who just can't hack it. Like, I need to go home. Jonathan Shaban.
You know, that kid that went to Camp Comeback.
Shazam.
Shabazz.
I knew that was wrong as soon as it came out of my mouth.
George as well,
Yeah.
in that year. He
Yeah.
walked because he couldn't hack it.
There's
Sunita Sharma, because she didn't want to get in the draw.
people who go, what about Jermaine Greer? Like, I don't want to, be looked at stupid for being in Big Brother. You shouldn't have gone on Big Brother in the first place.
Exactly.
It's too late now. These people I've no time for them. You're taking the place of someone else. We could have had another 25 housemates in the Big Brother show.
There is that. But anyway, speaking of struggling with their mental health.
Can't believe we haven't even actually started our notice yet. Oh, fucking hell.
Alex said that since leaving the show, she's been struggling with her mental health.
Right, it's like
She
just a
said
lockdown or...
No, she said she was never had any issues, but then since going into Big Brother and basically being rejected and not saved by those people, she started to question her self-worth.
Yeah, but she
and
only
stuff.
got rejected because people thought she was a good player. It's not like they kept Gabe around for his sparkling personality, is it?
It's a beautiful song.
I looked into his eyes and I could see whatever the fuck it was.
Anyway, she said that Tully was saying, should there be more of a warning to people about the pressure of going into a show like this? Because Gabe's walked, she said she's suffering now. But she basically said, even though she's struggling, the show are giving her a lot of support, and Big Brother's in some contact, and she can text the psych team whenever. I mean,
everyone who comes to that Big Brother says it's such a shock to come out, and you must feel like you're being watched all the time and everything. Yeah, and there is that rejection element, but they give you that talk of doom, don't they?
You do.
Start.
You
Come
do
on.
get that talk of doom.
Come on now. Even I know about that.
But then Tully was like, Charlotte's parting words about people they're taking it too seriously and stuff. Given Alex's position was, I want to come in and play the game.
Yeah.
Was that kick in the face? She was like, basically, that was a smack in the face. She wanted to stay. She wanted to play. She said that Gabe, his purpose was to deliver a message.
What was that?
Was it the word of the Lord Jesus Christ, our Saviour? Was it? She goes, but that was his moment, and I wouldn't like to say it, because he might want to talk about it when he comes onto the podcast.
What was the message?
Do you think he was going to come out?
Oh, it could have been. I mean, he looked pretty much out to me. Who knows?
Well...
He's going to reveal himself as a master game planner.
I assume he was going to come out, or he came out to the housemates.
Well, that's fair enough.
And I would wonder if, given that he's from, obviously, a strict Catholic background, and it was said in his VT, did he go into the show,
and he
come
panicked.
out, and freak the fuck out?
Yeah, come out and freak the fuck. He didn't come out.
No, come out like I'm gay.
Fuck it, I'm gay.
Yeah.
Yeah, who knows? God, could that cat eat any more noisily? Well, I wouldn't know. Was she pissed off with her sister for not throwing it to her?
No. She didn't say so, but she said that before they went in, they agreed that regardless of if one of them wins, they share the prize money. So she's still in the running, basically. Well.
I don't think so.
And also, Gabe and Charlotte the First will not be taking part in Tully's podcast. They're not doing the press.
Ah.
Charlotte, what a sour old cow. You've done nothing in the house. You won't even come on the podcast afterwards to tell us why you did nothing.
Come on, she's a brilliant stylist. Have you seen the clothes?
That has got to be a fake fucking occupation. She's bought... Are you telling me a stylist takes one eviction out of it and it looks like her grandma's curtains?
Did you see those white trousers she was wearing? They're most unflattering
I
item.
needed that steam iron that Jack's got.
They were absolutely fucking hideous. She's got the style of a banana. No, a banana has more style.
Definitely. At least a banana changes its outfit as it gets older.
And takes off a layer or two. You got the main layer, and then you got those little stringy bits that you pull off.
Embellishments. Charlotte ain't got none of that.
You got the bruises.
That little woody bit at the bottom.
Oh, I don't like that bottom bit.
No one likes that woody bit.
Oh.
Why like a little needle?
Oh,
why is that there?
Oh, I don't know. I don't eat that bit. I only eat like
Can't
certain
eat that
bits
bit.
of the banana. Like, especially if you can't open it properly, you get that squishy bit at the top. Oh, it's so gross. I always...
That counts.
Oh, psh, it's fine. He's just sitting there. Relaxing. Great.
Oh, God.
Shush, because I'm doing my best.
The vet's not listening.
No, but I feel bad. But look, you can't keep him in. He's a wild beast. He needs to go out and explore. He's not jumping on anything. He's fine. He's just wandering around.
That was the week in the podcast, and I feel like that's enough podcast for this
week.
week.
The podcast is over now. Goodbye. 35 minutes without even getting to our notes.
Do you want to go into the notes now? What are you doing?
Yeah, let's crack. Shall we crack on?
By the way, how many episodes were there this week? 4?
3. Only 3.
Only 3?
Yeah.
I don't think I've got episode notes for
Good.
the entirety of the first one.
Good.
So can you tell me
That's episode 12. Why? What were you doing? Interesting.
Eating some food. I've only got notes from the challenge, so you can take it away.
Okay. So, in the beginning of episode 12, in the beginning, there was God, and he did this, and then he did that, and then he, on the last day, had a rest.
Did Gabe tell you that?
Just like the BB housemates having a rest on a Sunday. This is all making sense now. So, in the beginning, Ari was lying about being wealthy. He said, what the fuck?
They suddenly pulled this up the bag.
I'm confused.
Ari's playing a game
but
right
we
now.
said, I've forgotten how to pronounce his name. Ari.
Ari.
Didn't we say last week about all his surgical procedures?
Well, big brother.
His surgical procedures, he was lying about them.
Yeah, I want them all to think that I'm like a little rich kid.
By wearing gaudy labels across my clothes. Oh,
Yeah,
this jumper's
Balenciaga.
like, $5,000.
Oh, it's worth more money than you, darling.
$5,000! What sort of strategy is that? No one's going to vote for you at the end if they think you're a fucking millionaire.
No, the strategy is...
Go on, I'm confused.
I made them think that I'm a rich kid.
Right.
So they take me to the end because I will never win.
Right.
But the public actually know that it's not the truth and I do need their vote.
Right.
People are not going to vote for that, though.
So are all his Gucci clothes, like Fucci, are they all like off the market?
Oh, they're from Bali. No, apparently they are... I don't know. Here's something else I don't agree with. They put
animal cruelty.
No, that's all right. They put the housemates on the
Blast.
7 morning show, sunrise or something,
Yeah.
and Ari was on it.
Right.
Ari hasn't been evicted yet, so why put Ari on the morning show? And I watched a bit of the interview, and he was still being shady about it. And the woman was like, "Is that a real Balenciaga jumper, or is it a Bali knockoff?"
Yeah. And
he said, "No, it's real, and it cost $4,000 or something."
Who the fuck spends $4,000 on a jumper?
If
It
you've
looked
got
hideous
that
as
much
well.
money to spend on that jumper, it's more money than sense.
He doesn't even look stylish. Him and Charlotte, the apparent stylist and the designer, the culture vulture, looks like a piece of shit. So I'll stick with Primark. Thank you very much. He said, "Oh, Jesus is coming up again." Jesus said, "You can cover up a bad personality with a good outfit." No, did Jesus say that? What did Jesus used to wear?
Yeah, that's Gospel Mark 47.2.
Jesus just used to wear an old loincloth or something, didn't he?
He looked like he was started by Charlotte, didn't he?
Yeah, mind you, Jesus, the crown of thorns, that was quite stylish.
I noticed your lamp has got the new Venus de Milo's got a new crown since I've
that's
been
a
here.
flashing crown as well.
Oh.
Yeah, it flashes.
Where did you get that from?
Oh, off Amazon, I got 10 of them for like £5 to have a little rave up at home.
For your summer solstice.
Yeah.
For frolicking in a meadow park.
Yeah, for love, peace and harmony. Some tree hugging. SJ doing yoga. Jack was complaining they keep showing SJ doing yoga in the garden. He said he's tired of looking in it. I'm like, oh, it's just, you know, when they show like a bee on a flower and, you know, crow eating the orange. Yeah, what can you do?
Crow eating an orange.
That was last week. There was a crow eating a bit of orange peel. Jess is pissed at SJ, but not being bothered. Oh, is this about Katie going? Yeah, must be.
Must be, yeah.
I don't think Mary is the one to tell that to. Oh, yeah, she was slagging up SJ to Mary, and they're like best friends. That's stupid.
You know, Mary's the mum of someone from Married at First Sight
I think
Australia.
Alfie told us that.
Apparently she's a massive celebrity in Australia. And was it Mel? Mel had a theory like, that's why Katie and Jess and everyone were buzzing around Mary. Because the daughter's like one of the Australian Kardashians, pretty much.
Like Gemma Collins trying to get in with Jonathan Siobhan.
Yeah, exactly.
There's something about Mary.
And, yeah, something about Mary's daughter. And that daughter is on that Celebrity Apprentice, Australia, with Alan Sugar. It's all come full circle.
Oh my God. This is like one of those things where you just keep mentioning the same things over and over again.
Yeah, our podcast.
Celestine prophecy. Yeah, that's so true. So, Dan is planning to make it to the top 9. It's the happiest day of my life. I feel total freedom. Poor old Katie, hey? She had it coming. And then he said he cut the head off the snake. Yeah.
Can't do that tongue thing no more.
Katie thought she was so safe. And I was like, how dare you go after me? I'm feeling calm and I want to build a new army. I'm the general. He's the general again. Dan's game is like, woo, isn't it? Up and down, up and down. I love it.
It's like a game of Snake.
It is.
Nokia.
Shout out to our older
Mind
listeners.
up that wall. Mind up for that wall.
Jess was skipping now, trying to do the power move back on Dan. This was before they became friends. So the task was this. Oh, I've put here, I like the macrame cushions. Did you notice them? Did you notice the towels?
What's macrame?
It's like sort of tapestry.
Fuzzy.
Yeah, like the little tassels on. Yeah.
Pom-poms. All
Yeah,
that
they're
sort
nice.
of Mediterranean.
Did you notice
North
the towels
African.
yet?
I did see the towels.
Oh,
I really
they're
like. I like those
nice.
towels.
Yeah, I like those
I'd like to know the
towels.
supplier of those.
We want
towels.
to get that bathroom look. So this shopping, was it the shopping task? Who fucking
remember.
knows?
Tell
It
me.
was Big Brother's boat where they had to bail out
Oh,
water on
yeah.
the boat. Now we've seen this before, haven't we?
What, Federico in the
Was it? Was it?
in the Pedlo?
I knew it was someone. I couldn't fucking remember.
BB4, yeah, Anushka and Federico in Pedro. Pedro.
Pedalico.
Yeah, Federico in the old Pedlo.
Did he tell anyone Michael Jackson was dead
Not-
while he was
not
at
yet.
it?
But you know, Federico stepped out of the Pedlo for a bit and he failed that task for them. You know?
Federico's a frog, so he can swim outside of the boat. Don't you think Federico looks like a frog?
No, I never thought of that.
I
but
do.
I kind of can see it.
I
Now you
I
say
actually
it.
kind of used to fancy him a bit.
Come off
I know.
it.
And didn't someone say he had a tiny dick, I seem to recall.
Well,
And then after that I was like,
I tell you what, he used to wear like t-shirts with a blazer. That's the
Oh,
wrong
and
one.
he had that little sort of rat's tail, didn't he? Or the little
like,
what is it? The mohawk.
semi-mullet,
Oh,
yeah, faux hawk.
God. So Charlotte has a boat license and she's used to being in a tinny.
Oh, this will help.
Don't know what that means. Dan was in the Navy for 5 years and is a scuba diver. Jack was like, that's like a big deal to be in the Navy, you know. You have to be proper strong and tough. So that must be why Dan's good at all these physical tasks, because you must have to be a bit of a
Good
tough
at the
nut.
physical tasks.
Well, I don't know.
I don't
He
think
has
he's
a
very
go,
good at
doesn't he?
them. Yeah, but
Well,
you
he's
don't-
won one or two.
Tully dropped out. No, Tilly, not Tully. Tilly dropped out of one for him to win.
What about Surly? Bring that Surly, that's what I say. Dan was singing, "The Love Boat is where we all get along and be happy." I can't remember what tune he sang that to.
The love boat
Where
is
we all get
love
along and be happy. Love Boat, yeah. I've put fake Lust for Life music here. There you go. Do, 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 do. Even Big Brother Australia's seen that fake music. The boat was sinking. Oh, God, new people. Jesus, I've written. The Intruders, Alex, 25, Charlotte.
It's the Intruders now.
Renton. Talking of Less for Life, I've also called this guy Renton instead of Brenton.
I didn't watch that bit because I didn't want to know.
Oh, what do you
Because
mean?
they weren't coming in yet. It was a tease.
Oh.
It was a tease bit.
Well, I've got to read this bit out because otherwise we ain't going to go back to it.
Can I just tell you about that boat bit?
Hold on, I've written The Apprentice here. What the fuck?
Fuck knows.
Go on. Quiet.
Because they look like apprentice people, probably.
Oh, yeah, someone
It's
was like,
Adriana,
with their
probably.
shirt up or something. Yeah, go on. Should I get
That
this other
boat
wine?
bit,
Or?
I watched a bit of an extra scene on YouTube, and
Yeah.
Tilly was like worrying about her hair extensions getting
Mm.
wet, and Dan. So basically, she like dried her hair, and then like they had to get back in the boat, and then they all started like splashing and stuff. And Tilly was worried about her hair getting matted because
Yeah.
she's got extensions, they keep getting matted.
Yeah, her
So she was
extensions
like,
aren't good.
she was like brushing her hair. The thing with the extensions is you can really see where the normal length is. So she's got this
they
weird
look
like boof,
they look
bouffant bit.
awful.
She was like brushing her hair and scooping at the same time. So she's like scooping with one hand, brushing with the other. And Dan was having a go at her for like brushing her hair. And she's like, "Can't you see that I'm actually still doing the work here?" It's quite a good scene. I don't know why they cut that out.
Probably didn't have enough time in their 75-hour long episode.
What's that? Is that the empty wine?
That's the empty one. Should I get another one?
I noticed you've left it on the floor there.
Well, because I was just topping us up
It
still.
reminds me of this wine bottle in the garden. Yeah.
What do you think's going to happen? I know we've not left the house for a while, but do you want to pause? Do you want to have a wee break?
A wee break. A wee break there.
All right, Lorraine Kelly.
No, I don't. You.
No, I'll just get the other wine then.
But you're doing the notes, so I'll get the wine.
All right, you get the wine then.
Yeah,
Get the wine.
Keep talking about these intruders.
Okay, Aviana came in.
Adriana.
Oh shit! Yeah, but they didn't put the name up on the screen. I'm just freestyling here. I've written here, not another old bag. That's not very nice.
Oi.
I like her now, so that
bag's back.
that was a bit of a horrible thing of me to say there. I take that back. Someone from the Philippines, I've written.
The nefarious
I
potato.
did. And then I've written any black people, question mark. The answer to that was no.
No, but you had an Asian person. Come on, don't push it.
Yeah,
People
but
in Australia.
I mean, he wasn't a great representation. Mitch
But
came.
it was the LGBTQ plus and
Plus
a
size.
Catholic and Filipino. So I'd say that's 3 minorities right there.
Yeah, but we need a personality as well, not just all the.
No, yeah, that would help. Right.
So then we had a new Mitch come in. What do you think old Mitch thinks of new Mitch coming in and stealing his... Oh, no, he didn't steal his girl. The other person
Mate,
did.
Mitch, great again. Mitch is the bearded, really buff guy.
Yeah.
Oh, he probably felt like he was the inferior Mitch
Yeah.
instantly.
Well, yeah. Although that Mitch guy's getting on my nerves, I must say.
My Dan's got a nickname for that Mitch.
Oh, go on.
Rape culture.
He's a bit... He reminds me of that Dan and Matt from last year. He's a bit like... Whoa, whoa,
Oh,
whoa.
it's a bit-
Do you know what I mean? Yeah, like, it's like, calm
It's a
down.
bit kind of like American level of bravado.
I actually kind of fancy him a bit.
He's quite cute.
Yeah,
especially when he smiles.
I like his eyebrows.
A nice
but
beard as well.
his personality is...
Oh!
Whoa! Yes, why can't you hold your hand over it when you open it?
Sorry.
God, you're not in the Big Brother house now, breaking the lights.
Kiss that glass.
My fixtures and fittings cost money. Admittedly, not
To
much.
your landlord.
Yeah, well, I won't get my deposit back at this rate. I've already got a fag burn in the stairs
You're
and
not getting it back anyway.
God knows what else.
I've seen the state of your kitchen.
I have lived here for 7 years. Shut up. How rude. Don't kitchen shame me.
The fucking oven doesn't work. Or did he fix it?
Oh, I know. And guess what? I'm getting rid of my microwave before I move, so no more microwave meals for you around my house.
Why?
Because me and Jack don't use the microwave.
Oh, great. I have to bring my own.
Yeah. I ain't keeping it just for you.
How rude. How am I going to eat? Well, the podcast's cancelled then.
You ain't... The last time you fucking made something in my microwave, you set it on fire. My plate's still damaged from that. I don't remember getting any remuneration for that. I can't even say remuneration. Gas is just buggered off. Right, come on. Mitch said, I've got the smarts and the brawn. Whoa. Dinner party. Oh. What? I'm
You
surprised
are
you've not written
fucking
about...
blazing through these
I'm surprised
notes.
Well, you haven't even fucking got any notes. So you ain't really got a leg to stand on, do you? Why haven't you written any notes?
I was eating.
Oh, What? Oh, sorry. Do you want to stop and talk about notes that you don't have, or should we go for what I've
Yeah,
read?
I do.
Go on then.
I was eating
What were you eating?
a nefarious potato.
Is that the guy?
I had no idea who that is.
Yeah, he's like he's called something else now. He's got his avatar is like a potato in like on a lilo.
I need to see that.
Yeah, he was talking to us this
Does
week.
it look like Gabe?
A bit, yeah. Mr. Potato Head. So the dinner party, I've put this as back to square one. Oh, because there was going to be 20 people again.
There's a lot of people to come. Hang on.
It was too many.
Did you like the way they went, like, apparently through that, like, tunnel in the side of Big Brother's cliff?
Yeah,
And then
I
they
did
were
like that.
Sonia was there, and there was, like, I don't know, lockers in the background.
Was that
like,
real though?
Like gas things.
Was that real?
Probably not, but they came out through the sofa.
Oh yeah, I did like that, yeah.
And they had to, like, creep. That was not real. They made up, like Tilly's in the bathroom, and they had to creep by.
I don't know. They're always
Pink
doing
Panther
this
style.
shit.
Do-dun, do-dun.
Uh-huh.
Do-dun, do-dun.
That's one for our older listeners as well.
Do-dun.
I've written here, sofa, so good. And obviously trying to workshop some titles as I go along. Boobs coming out of the sofa, I've written.
Oh, she crawled out the girl out of the ring, and there was a boob resting on the sofa. It looked nice though.
Goodness me. Whose boobs was it?
Adriana.
Oh. Is Adriana going to have a show out to Dan?
I wouldn't mind it if she did.
I think there's definitely...
Does she remind you of Sarah Harding a little bit?
Oh, I hadn't thought of that.
She's giving me Sarah Harding
mum,
vibes.
maybe. See, when all these intruders come in, I was thinking, oh, it's too many people. I don't want to get to know these people. We've got all this momentum built up. I was like, fuck these people. They're going to not like Dan. And then Dan was sort of twitching when they come in. But, a little did I know. But, if you think about it, it's still people that Dan's got to knock out to get to the end.
Well, it's better than that alliance who outweigh him.
Yeah, that's true.
Because he definitely wasn't going to...
No.
Without these intruders, Dan would not have... His days were up, I would say, numbered.
Fuck knows how Dan gets these people on side.
I've got no idea either. But it doesn't always go his way, as we see.
No, it doesn't. But he has got some magnetism of some sort.
So, read the book. Apparently it's very good.
So, I'd love to. So, first we had... we should get Dan on the podcast. Imagine.
Oh, I'd love that.
Oh, I would fucking love that. That would be so good. Let's do it afterwards.
I'm sure he would.
Do you reckon he would?
I think he might.
Oh, that would be so good. That could be our new he can be our new Cameron Cole. SJ's lipstick is on point, I've put here. So 6 of them come in and they all hide under the dinner table.
Because Big Brother goes, look, guys, you're going to be given a meal. I don't even know if they... Oh, did they win it from the boat?
Yeah, that was it, yeah.
Okay.
My notes are not that great. Oh, because I was disengaged, I was pissed off.
Big Brother goes, oh, you're going to have salmon, you're going to have lamb, you're going to have this, you're going to have that. And then...
It's like Hannibal Lecter. Like,
obviously, they come up to the table, the cloches are there.
did you notice they didn't take the cloches off straight away? They were like chatting amongst themselves, and I thought, is Big Brother told
They did like
them?
this emotional speech
Yeah.
where it's like, oh,
Yeah.
find a 10,
Yeah.
10, and they like
Big
chink
Brother
their
must have
glasses
told
together.
him, you can't pick up the cloches. I would have been sus. Well, we would have been sus straight away, but... And then when they pulled the cloche off, they were like, ah!
Well, Christina first, I think, lifted up a cloche and went, "Wah!" and
Yeah,
put it back
put it
down.
back down.
So I thought I saw something. And then I think Jess was the one to take off. Go, there's people under there.
Yeah.
And Jess like ruined it. She's like, there's
Yeah.
people. And it's like,
Yeah,
I want to see the moment where
Yeah.
like, you know, when Emma like put her head out and goes,
yeah, yeah.
I want to see that.
Yeah, Jess ruins everything.
And then I was
being
worried
born.
that they were going to sit at the table and kick the housemates underneath and like realise people were there.
Oh, right.
And then I thought, okay, like we've got like Gabe's head and Adriana's head, but
Yeah.
where's the lamb and where's the salmon?
Yeah, that's what I was thinking.
Like they were promised.
Yeah, I'd be
They
fuming.
just had to pick up like, I don't know, the grapes on the
Yeah,
side or
I'd be
something.
pissed off about that for starters. False advertising. I've said Dan must be thinking, thank fuck it's not Katie come back in. Oh yeah, and Jess put the cloche down and went, no thanks.
Yeah, that was quite funny. Yeah.
That's all very nice. I've put Dan needs to rally the troops ASAP. A new Charlotte and a new Mitch. I've said it must be frustrating for the housemates. It's bad enough for us watching.
Do you know what? I was excited because
were you?
for me it was like the throwback to the table and the cloches. That was enough for me.
I knew you'd be loving that.
I was
bit.
all over it.
I
And
don't like change.
And I saw your tweet saying, oh, it's ruined the momentum.
Yeah,
and
it
I
did.
said to you, I'm watching it now and it's brilliant up until now. And you didn't really say anything.
I don't remember seeing that. It totally killed it for me. Everything was so exciting, and then me and Jack were just like watching it, like that episode, the next episode, just seemed like. And when it was like no one's even getting evicted, it's just like who's going to stay out of these people we don't fucking know. Well, I couldn't actually give two shits. Fair enough, we get down for another week, but you don't really have a bigger part to play. It's like you've got the stars of your show, you got your like main characters, and it's like, oh, we're gonna have a week like where we get the backstory of fucking someone we couldn't give two fucks about. It's like I'm supposed to be invested in this, but I care about this other thing. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, I do know what you mean.
I never like newbies into BB ever, apart from Ashleen and Mark O'Neill. That's it.
Yeah, but I think what you need to acknowledge is intruders is part of Big Brother Australia's culture, and to have people come into the house that are not housemates yet is a very Big Brother Australia thing. And I liked the cloches, I liked the reveal that reminded me of BB UK 5, and also, and here's one for the BB Australia people, Alfie Sheldon, the sort of the sitting at the table having a meal together was a bit of a throwback to like family dinners, which they used to do once a week in BB Australia. But it was a bit weird because they're obviously having to get to know the new people, and I really enjoyed seeing Dan kind of like shifty eyes looking around the table, watching who was networking with who.
Dan was twitching
and being like, I need to step in here. And Dan was like trying to put himself in front of say Jess, I'd say, to like get to like Brenton.
Yeah. Maybe that was what bonded Dan and Jess again, and the fact that they were sort of, the OGs and like we got a band together.
It is that,
blah,
exactly,
blah, blah.
because now they're not the originals and the plain people. They're the originals, which includes the plain people and the new people.
But then why aren't the new people like an alliance like the plain people were? Why isn't it the same? The new people don't seem to have bandied together like that. Oh, because they weren't on a fucking plane for 24 hours.
Oh yeah, just walk down a little corridor together.
Yeah, that was it. Somebody asked them, "Are you staying in for long?"
Let's hope not.
Wishful thinking. And then
just a night.
Dan went to the diary room and said, "You've done my head in," to Big Brother. Jess was bitching about Dan to the new bland bloke. Uh-oh.
Is that Brenton?
Must have been.
Brenton, you know what? They revealed his name before the show started in the original like lineup of housemates when they revealed who they are. And Laurie gave us a cheat sheet and she said, "Don't look at it." And in the cheat sheet it said Brenton, but for Brenton it said "not in the house." And she's like, "I've got no idea what that means." Why the fuck did they include Brenton only and not anyone else?
Maybe they hadn't decided on the others. I don't know. Brenton ain't exactly,
What do you
TV
mean?
gold.
Hadn't decided. Filming finished in October.
Oh yeah, that's
and
true.
they started to do the promo this year. So it's almost like Brenton's picture and name slipped through the net.
Oh.
Shoddy.
Come on, BBAU's got high production values. Oh, talking about Alfie Sheldon, has he warmed to BBAU yet? Or is he
No,
still
Alfie
anti?
Sheldon refuses to enjoy BB Australia.
What about Dan? He don't even like Dan.
I don't think he does.
Probably thinks he's overbearing.
Probably. I mean, I see, like, Johnny from Big Blagger, he doesn't like it either. He won't accept that Big Brother is even on at the moment. And I'm like, these guys,
look the other way. It's not happening.
They have a version of their favourite show where they refuse to enjoy it. I don't know why.
Gaz, it's like these people who don't like sequels to things. They just can't accept that something's different. If it's something I like the sequel even if it's shit.
I tried to put myself in the shoes of someone like Alfie Sheldon, who
who we will only refer to by both of his names.
Follow him on Twitter at Alfie F
12.
12.
Because he's only 12. Bless him. Give him a cuddle. No, don't. He's only 12.
He's very committed to like original BBAU, and I'm very committed to original BB UK. And if BB UK came back in this form, would I feel the same way as Alfie does about it? I don't think I would, because I'm grateful for what I've got.
Any crumb I could get, I would take it and eat it up.
And I find this version entertaining. I do.
It is entertaining. Like, and for the casual, like Jack and Dan, your Dan and my Jack, they watch it and they get into it. They get excited by it. They watch BBUS and they're like, recent years, not the classic seasons. They're like, what's happening? It's boring. Why are they wearing a costume? Whatever. But they watch BBAU, they hear the and they hear that and then you're like, ooh, there is pricker.
So what you're saying, this is Big Brother for millennials.
Yeah.
We're millennials.
Maybe... I'm only just. Maybe
Gen
it's Big
Zs.
Brother it's a bit more easily accessible. Like everything's there all in one night. It's not like when me and Jack watched the old BBUS. He's like, "Oh, are we going to see who goes tonight?" I'm like, "No, it's just the veto tonight." You know, it's a bit more elongated.
I wish BBUS would speed it up a bit.
Well, when they do double eviction, it's always like the best episodes, isn't it? Because it's like, well, not in any you've seen, but like in the olden days.
No. But in Canada, they're good.
They're good. I just realised my eyesight's gone a bit wobbly. Jess was feeling bad for Katie, saying she deserved to be here. No, she didn't deserve to be there because she got evicted. Goodbye.
Oh, instead of these new people.
I hate this deserve to be here bollocks. Fuck off. Charlotte and Alex are the twins talking at the same time. Oh, that's funny when twins do that. Like, end each other's sentences, don't they? Weird. Jack hates twins. He's like, oh, they're just creepy as well. I like twins. Weird. They think they're interesting. He's like, Jack's like, I couldn't think of anything worse than being a twin and not having your own identity. I'm like, oh, I'd love it. You haven't got your like best friend there who would just support you through anything.
Yeah, I get what he means, because I think sometimes it can be hard for twins to stand as individuals.
That's what Alex and Charlotte were saying, weren't they? Like, they wanted to... Alex was saying she wanted to sort of prove herself on her own, which was interesting.
I went to uni with a girl who's a twin, and it's funny how... What I find weird about twins is, like, when you first meet them, you're like, oh God, it's impossible, I'll never be able to tell them apart. And then when you get to know them, you're like, it's so obvious, and you would never confuse them.
Yeah, it's strange.
But I'm not sure about with these two. And Jedward, I can't ever do it.
Jedward, I feel like I started to a little bit, but there is one in Jedward who's a bit more savvy than the other one. Jack was saying there's always one twin who's more dominant, and it does feel like that. It doesn't feel like they're exactly the same. There's always one, maybe it's the one who's born first or something, who sort of takes control of it. Yeah, first merchant. I don't know. I find it interesting because my mum was a twin, but her twin died at birth.
Oh my God!
So I find it interesting because it's like twins sort of run in the family kind of thing. My mum was always going on about being a twin and saying she feels like that part of her's missing. So I find it quite interesting. I know,
not twinning.
Imagine having another version of my mum. Fucking hell!
Thank goodness for small mercies.
Enough on our hands with that one. Jesus. I saw my mum last weekend and that was good. Well, almost.
The stories were good.
It was good until the fifth bottle of wine got out. Anyway, right. Mitch is an ACL player. Oh, and he was going to Jess and she was talking to him about football.
He's also a FIFO worker. What the fuck is a FIFO?
Firefighter?
The FIFO.
I smell the blood of an Australian.
He's a FIFO worker. If anyone knows, I'm going to Google what that is.
FIFO.
I think it's a minor of some
It's off to work we
sort.
go.
FIFO Australian. FIFO Australia jobs. Fly in, fly out.
Oh, what is it? Flight attendant?
No. Fly in, fly out is a method of employing people in remote areas by flying them temporarily to the work site instead of relocating employees and their families permanently. It's often abbreviated as FIFO when referring to employment status. This is common in large mining regions in Australia and Canada.
Oh, that was really interesting.
There
Tell
you go.
me more.
Don't say you never learn anything in BB on Blast.
Dan was noticing Jess was working the room, building her numbers. Potential show mounts for Dan? ? Getting Brenton on side, talking about
Not
motorbikes.
Jess, Adriana, I'm guessing.
Oh, yes. He was going to Brenton about riding a motorcycle, and I feel so calm.
Oh, what's your favourite motorcycle?
Yeah,
oh, no, that's not
I think Brenton was like, it's so calm riding a motorcycle. It's not calm, is it? It's like high octane. Weird.
I get what they mean. Like, if you take a bike down the old outback, down the old country roads, mate, just kind of like zone out, you and the road.
I went with I must have told you this before, you've probably forgotten. I went with my dad on the back of a motorbike all the way to Ireland during one of the biggest thunderstorms ever in UK history.
Ireland? From Northampton?
Yeah, from Northampton to Ireland. Off. And honestly, at one point I was like, I was only a kid and I was like falling asleep on the back of the motorbike and he had to tie me to him. Like, how the fuck my mum let that actually happen, I do not know, because it was so fucking dangerous. Like, in a storm, like, driving for hours and hours on the back of the motorbike, and I was literally strapped to him, and I was, like, about 8 or 9.
How long did that take?
About, I don't know,
days,
12
surely.
hours, maybe? I can't remember.
The fuck?
I know, honestly, the child abuse was rampant.
And the closest I got to that is my mum used to ride a push bike, and it had had one of those, those plastic moulded seats on the back for your child.
Oh, yeah.
So I used to sit in the
They
back
do
of
look
that,
dangerous.
right? And we
Yeah.
used to bike to the next village, to my granddad's house, I think, because she was like helping clean the house or something. That was it, and that felt like a long ride on the back of a bike.
Did you have a helmet on it?
Yeah,
I
had a helmet,
you did?
but I used to like destabilize it.
Yeah.
Like, it's so fucking wobbly, precarious in that seat on the back.
I see those people with their kids on the back of those, and I
don't
always
know if
think
that's
it looks
legal
dodgy.
anymore.
No, it does look dodgy, doesn't it? It's like,
Anyway, we're going down like a country road, right? And I saw a rabbit in the field. I was like, "Mum, look, a rabbit!" So I pointed, and off we went, like, into the fucking grass on the side of the road.
oh dear.
Yeah, so I can't
Yeah.
imagine going all the way to Ireland on the back of a bike. Couldn't get to the next village on a push bike.
Normally, people try and one up someone's story. You've literally just one downed it.
If you've gone to 11 Tenerife, I've gone to minus Tenerife.
But my mum was like, "Oh no, I'm just going off on one now because I'm drunk." My mum was saying about she always goes on about this cat we had that got run over, and how she would never have left if the cat had still been alive, even though she fucking left me, which is a really nice. Yeah, quite. And then she was just going on, and I said to Jack, "Do not mention Amber, who the cat was, because she'll just go off on one." Sure enough, fucking Jack actually brought it up, and then she was just going off on one. She said Amber came in, had been hit by a car, and he crawled under the table. He had a tyre mark across him. And then she said my dad had to take him to the vet. My mum had to stay at home because I was just a kid. And the vet said, "Look, the kindest thing we can do is just put him down." He was a boy, but it was called Amber.
So you think Amber's a
I
girl?
know.
Amber Heard, shut up.
Yeah, shout out, fuck you, Johnny Depp. And my dad goes, "No, I can't." He said, "If I do that, I won't have a relationship." So
What? Couldn't put the cat down?
No, so they didn't put.
Rather just let it
Yes, they
die
didn't
slowly.
they didn't put him down. They made him have all this surgery. He like walked around with like a little splint on his leg for months. Literally, about 6 months later, he got
Died.
run over and died.
Run over
Yeah,
again?
run over. It's like, and I just, when my mum
Jesus.
told that story, it was like meant to be like how she loved Amber so much, and I was just thinking that is just totally neglectful. And I'm saying that, and I've let Tarry go out with a limp, so the apple
sick for a
don't
minute
fall
ago.
that far from the tree. But it's like that's not love to keep an animal alive when it's like in agony, is it?
At least Towie's on a little splint.
No, I wouldn't let him out if he
crutches.
had a little wheelchair.
Bob Cratchit.
Oh no, now I'm worried that I'm going to get like bad karma for saying that. But do you know what I mean? It just made me think. It makes me realise like how I was brought up and how the cat was treated is kind of like in the same wheelhouse. Like not
Wheelhouse?
like not it's like an
Fucking hell.
expression. Why don't you understand
Northampton
any
expressions
expressions?
coming out.
It's like the best interests of the the minority or the child or the animal wasn't really the priority. It was more what the parents wanted to do.
Because I can't do that. So
Yeah.
it's not about the cat, it's about what
Yeah.
your dad could handle.
Yeah.
How weird.
Yeah, selfish. But yeah, that was about an hour and a half on that.
How did we get, I don't know how we got down this rabbit hole.
Me either. Right, let's get out of it. So, Mitch is an electrician. Oh, hold on. Dan wants to execute the plan. ETP. I just made that up, he said. Dan loves to say something outlandish in the diary and then...
Also, they always include it.
Yeah.
Like, Dan is afforded more airtime than he's really like due. But
Yeah.
he has those old add-ons for everything.
Yeah, I think it's like they're trying to take the piss out of him, but it actually just makes it funnier. So, Mitch is 26. God. He's an electrician and he spends 3 hours in the gym each day. Whoa. And he has a 2-year-old boy. And Danny said the new housemates are a breath of fresh air. Shout out Zach Types. There's only 4 spots in the game and the intruders have to fight. We got a mention on the last Julie Girl that I listened to.
Oh, yeah.
It wasn't about the draft, but I can't remember what it was
Did
about.
they ever mention the fucking draft?
They did say they were in 2 drafts. They just didn't
Yeah.
say which one. Hold on, I won that draft, so shout out. I can't remember what they were talking about, but they said shout out BB on Block. Oh, I know what they were talking about. They were talking about the Circle being cancelled, and they went, "Oh, they love to cancel shows in the UK," and they went, "Yeah, like BB UK, shout out BB on Block."
Oh, okay. Thanks, guys.
So there's 4 spots in the game, and the intruders have to fight for the spots. So no evictions this week? Question mark. Oh, no flies on me. Charlotte would have won this one apparently. Oh, old Charlotte was going. Oh, I could have won this.
Oh,
as if
fuck off, Charlotte.
you can win anything. bit unfair on the older woman and a chubby guy. I've written about this comp.
Do you remember what this comp
Oh,
was?
it was the dropping the balls down. Oh, if you got notes now, can you take over?
This was
Thank God.
not the nomination challenge. The Intruders challenge was the plus size ball drop. So basically,
nice.
we saw this in Canada.
Oh,
And we saw it in Australia
with
the
Chad.
year before.
When Chad had the gammy leg, right? Was it?
I don't think it's when he had the gammy leg. I think that was the grain one, which was also repeated this week.
And they did do this in Bigger Canada just like
They
2
did
weeks
the
ago.
balls roll in, and you've got to space them out. But they've never done the balls this big, so they were like footballs coming down.
So what's the difference between the balls being big or small? Does it make it harder or just nothing?
I don't know. It looks different.
Why are you focused in on the size of the balls?
Because the balls were big.
Pervert.
Right, Jess said. This
dear.
quote doesn't make sense.
It's hard.
Gabe might be an understatement. Gabe might be an understatement. What?
He is an understatement.
Oh no! Sorry, I got it. He said Gabe.
Yeah.
Not even an understatement. Might be
Yeah.
an underdog.
Right.
They're watching this balls rolling down. Right. She goes, "Hey, someone, hey." Gabe might be an underdog. Gabe might be an underdog.
Yeah.
What the fuck, Jess? Gabe is an
this?
underdog.
Oh, yeah.
You don't become... you don't, like, become an underdog.
Yeah, you can.
No, you don't.
Yeah, you can.
Oh.
Danny went from king of the jungle to being an underdog.
No, he was always an underdog. Because physically, he doesn't match the most physical in the house.
Oh, all right.
Underdog is a state of being at the beginning, not the end.
No, I disagree.
You don't... No,
No,
wait.
because underdog is all about physicality. Underdog is about a state of mind.
No, underdog is about, like, someone who doesn't have a chance to win. Seemingly doesn't have the chance to win.
Right.
Someone who's at a disadvantage. Gabe was at a disadvantage because he's a bit of a fat boy.
Oh, don't say that.
He's packing some weight.
He's not. He's just nicely rotund.
So, anyway, she was going, he might be an underdog, as in, like, he might be a... What she meant was dark horse.
Ah, you're right.
She meant a dark horse.
She's getting her animals confused.
Yeah, she was getting animals
Fucking hell, all that just to get to that. This is going to be a long night.
Mitch versus a twin. That's what it came down to at the end. It was Mitch versus one of those twins. Got anything else from that?
Adriana fucked it. Gabe.
Adriana just rolled 2 balls at a time.
Oh,
You know what they do? They give them 1 ball, they get used to that, and then they introduce another ball, don't they?
They fuck it
And the
up.
only way you
You've
can
got to
possibly do this is you've got 3 levels.
Yeah, wait till
You
it
need-
reaches the end.
Exactly.
very
The end of that one
Yeah.
is when you drop it. So that
Even
you've got,
I could work that part
So
out.
your balls are equidistant apart, which is
When they drop.
what every man wants. And then Mitch,
What a man
in the
wants.
final round, when
What a man needs.
when Mitch had 3 balls,
Yes.
God love him, he had those balls all equidistant apart, like exactly equidistant to a T.
Stop saying the word equidistant.
I've never used equidistant as much as I have now, but it was perfect. It was beautiful. I'm going to say it was beautifully executed.
Oh. Expedited.
Beautifully executed equidistance. It really was.
That was beautiful. That could be your title of the week. I've got the tweens have some. The tweens.
Tweens.
This is not good.
Not another tween
I can't
movie.
even read. The tweenies. Oh no, I'm just spitting everywhere. Oh, this ain't good. Thank God we're not on camera. This would be trouble. The twins have serious cleavage, I've written. So it came down to Mitch versus Charlotte. Yes, not that one. And Mitch is now an official housemate. Yay, the crowd go wild.
Dan said to me, my dad watching this, he was like, who's going to win this? I said, Mitch. I just knew, even before I knew what the comp was, I knew Mitch would win it.
I don't want to have that muscly person in the house beating Dan every week. But luckily he's on Dan's side, so it's all good.
So Big Brother announced that the original housemates will vote to save. But in a tie, Mitch will decide who is going to stay because he won the last comp.
So they don't vote to evict new housemates, they vote to save.
Yeah.
It's like when, it goes from vote to evict on vote to save on BBK. It's now a vote to save. It's like, that don't fucking work. It's who goes, you decide. So now you confuse people, and this is how people end up going home who you fucking like. So many years of pain, all that past trauma, just like Prince Harry.
Jesus. Coming out of that competition, Mitch was like, "Oh yeah, no, they see me as a physical threat." Meatheads will never understand that it's not good to be seen as a physical threat early on.
Subong.
Yeah, doing one finger push-ups. So the originals, led by Dan, decided to go meet in the cave. He's like, "Come on, let's go." He goes, Dan sits down and he goes, "I'm starting a new alliance. Who's in?"
That's so good.
I love how he takes the piss out of himself.
Yeah,
in
he
front
does.
of the others.
Yeah,
he
he
doesn't give a
does.
fuck.
I don't know how people can't just, even if they don't like him, just find him entertaining. I suppose he could be annoying if you were living with him.
From what I've heard on the Tully podcast, he is.
Whatever.
There seemed to be a consensus that as a duo, the twins were a threat because they come as two.
Well, it's true. They're never going to vote each other out. They're always going to vote the same way, aren't they? Mm-hmm. I've never seen twins go against each other.
That could be 2 votes for you. Don't think of it as 2 votes against you. Christina was like, "I'm thinking Brenton." Christina had love heart eyes for Brenton already, didn't
Oh, God. The showmance no one actually wanted or knew they wanted and don't look like Brenton wants either.
I think he does.
Well, I don't know. In that corridor, he weren't really into it. She was like nuzzling up to... No, he was like, "No, we need to look out for people breaking in." Who the fuck's going to break in? Dead.
Perhaps, you know, like when our Big Brother did that, like Trump coming over the wall.
Oh,
perhaps they're going to do that.
that is a throwback.
What's that old Prime Minister called? Theresa May coming in. I'm doing the action, but I can't see it on the podcast, sorry. Kim Jong-un came in.
Sorry, I feel like you're going to... What was that?
That was so insensitive.
Yeah, everyone was getting pissy about it because it wasn't the time for that.
The Americans got all upset because it was we're going to build a wall.
But now it's okay to laugh about that because, you know, it never happened. Or did it I think it happened a bit, but, you know.
The wall?
Yeah, the wall happened.
The wall is real.
Yeah, but, you know, it's probably...
Stormy Daniels
probably Biden's knocking it down, isn't he? I've got faith in him. To string a sentence together.
Old man Bright.
He can string a sentence together better than us. That's about
old
it.
Man Biden is at the wall, like chipping it away with a little chisel. Having to sit down and take a rest before he passes out.
Everyone moaned about fucking Trump having the nuclear codes. What about that shaky old fucker having it?
But he slipped up on the stairs. Poor guy.
Oh, fuck. All our American listeners have just switched off.
People edited that video. You know that, like, I don't know if you don't really look at TikTok, but there's one TikTok song that goes, "Wee!" Biden slipping over. Wee!
Did he fall down the stairs or something?
Like going into the Air Force
Oh,
One
yeah, that
plane
was
or
it,
something,
yeah. Oh, bless him.
Oh, God love
bless
him.
Better him than Trump, isn't it?
It does bring hope for us all, though.
Yeah.
Yeah, Marley said about Christina wanting Brenton, you want to hook up with him, basically. And that was kind of a joke, but yeah, she does. They all agreed that Gabe can't win a competition, and it seemed like they wanted to keep him.
Yeah, Ari was pushing that agenda.
Saying he can't win stuff, so that's why we should keep him.
Yeah.
How did Dan feel about this, Lindsay?
He wanted Adriana safe, and...
He was chomping at the bit to keep Adriana, wasn't he?
He said she's the lesser of 4 evils. They don't want to keep Gabe for their hearts. They want to keep him to throw him under the bus.
Yeah.
Something like that.
Yeah. Yeah, that's exactly what he said. They want to throw him under the bus at a later date.
I like the lesser of 4 evils. Never heard that before.
Dan said he wants to keep Adriana. He kept saying that she's a woman of her word.
And Dan just fancies her.
He goes, he can't be too forceful because... What? He said he can't be too forceful, so he's just going to go and drop a few firecrackers.
Oh, God. I thought, oh, God, she's going to get evicted because of Dan trying to campaign for her. So then we had Adriana's VT.
She's 53 and she's a real stylist. And her job is adapting to personality, she said.
Oh, well, that would be good in the Big Brother house.
She's like, basically, when you've got a client, you need to sort of like get used to them and appease them, and you know that's kind of part of her job. Something Charlotte could have learnt from her.
Adriana don't look that stylish, though, in my opinion. She's wearing a furry coat in her VT. Although I have noted here she has nice hair.
I think she looks quite nice. She reminds me of... there's a cross between like Sarah Hardin in her CBB. Like I feel like she's going to be like a blazing drunk. Basically.
Oh, do you?
I feel like, yeah.
She seems quite sophisticated to me, but...
She also looks like that blonde woman out of Footballer's Wives.
Oh, Tanya. Is it?
Probably.
Fucking hell. Stunned. She used to go out with Nick. Nick, who's in Coronation Street now. He was like the David Beckham guy in football as well.
Isn't she like a famous meme where she like goes and messes up the room?
She was in Corrie or something as well, or she was in
Corrie.
Bad Girls or something.
Bad Girls, yeah.
That was it. Yeah, that show was good, man.
She looks like her.
Yeah, she doesn't like her actually. No one knows what the fuck we're talking about.
The way you had to stop to think about it.
Pretending Gabe... Hold on. Think Brenton will go. Pretending Gabe is a comp threat over him. As if... What? Then we had Gabe's VT.
Brenton said... This is it. Brenton said he doesn't think he has the votes. That's what you're saying.
Right. I'm glad someone knows.
I've written here, and this is the first... not the first one I mentioned it tonight, but I've written, Gabe is the nefarious potato. a little potato with glasses on.
Potato.
It's
Tomato.
how you describe the nefarious potato.
Oh, stop being horrible to Gabe. He's a gentle soul.
He's a wee little potato.
No, we shouldn't body shame people on this podcast. That is...
It's not body shaming someone to say they look akin to a potato.
Yes, it fucking is. If someone said that to you, would
Didn't
you
even
like
have
it?
any hair.
That is definitely body shaming. You're no better than Chrissy Teigen, or whatever the fuck
Is
her
she a
name
body
is.
shamer?
Yeah, she was told Courtney Stodden to go and kill herself. Do you not know about this?
No.
You know who Chrissy Teigen is? It Teigen?
I like her. She's a legend. She's
Nah, she's literally Mrs. Legend. You're not allowed to like her. Ding,
boom.
ding, ding, ding.
She is.
You're not allowed to like her anymore because...
Is this recent? She's
yeah, this is like last
Courtney
week.
Stodden off of Celebrity Big Brother.
Yeah, when she was only 16 and she married that creepy waxy guy.
Oh, yeah.
She messaged Courtney Stodden and said, "Go and take a dirt nap," which means go kill yourself. Yeah, and Courtney Stodden posted all these tweets where she was going, "Kill yourself, kill yourself, kill yourself." To Courtney Stodden. Courtney Stodden is also non-binary. Has come out as non-binary. So I've got all that.
Talk about jumping on a bandwagon, Courtney.
Well, maybe she's non-binary.
Come off it.
I mean, she looks very feminine, but who am I to say? I don't know about these things.
Because Lauren Harry's been slipping her pills again.
What's that? Lauren Hallett. Moving on. Anyway, Chrissy Teigen also messaged a load of other people saying all sorts of offensive things. Honestly, you should look it up, because I was reading about it in my Heat magazine and I looked it up. She was saying these people have toddlers and tiaras, they were like paedophile bait and all this sort of stuff. Like, she was saying some bad shit. Like little kids that dress up with like makeup on and shit like that, like saying like pedos are going to be after them and all this crazy shit like that. Like, but she's come out and said, "Oh, you know, I apologise, I've grown." But Courtney Stodden said she hasn't apologised to me. She's only apologised kind of on Twitter. And then Piers Morgan is like, Chrissy Teigen should be cancelled and blah 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 blah.
Along with him,
you've missed a lot. I was reading all the tweets.
Come over onto the cancelled pile, Chrissy Teigen.
But I agree. I thought she was quite funny, and I liked her tweets. But
yeah, she's a bit of a legend.
She needs to go
on Twitter usually.
She needs to go with Morrissey, get on that bus, and just drive away. You can only like her in private now.
Okay. She can never go on like Big Brother now. Not with that back catalogue of tweets.
She don't need to go on Big Brother. She's going out with a multi-millionaire.
Oh yeah.
Jack's always like, "Why is she a model? She's got a moon face." Talking of body shaming. He's like, how could anyone find her attractive? It's like, ouch. And then when he saw that thing about her tweets, he was like, oh, I knew it. He was just looking for a reason to dislike her. It's like...
And also, Courtney Stodden, sorry that I said you're jumping on the
yeah,
bandwagon.
You shouldn't have said that. Those views are not endorsed by BB on Blast.
You see, she's a bit of a headline grabber.
Demi Lovato, now Courtney Stodden.
No, Courtney, be who you want to be.
Yeah, Courtney... I like Courtney Stodden. I liked her in the Big Brother house. I thought they were very entertaining. Them was very entertaining in the Big Brother house.
I thought you meant Hannah Lauren Harry's when you said they
well,
were.
They were both entertaining too. Fucking hell. Moving on.
Let's move on.
No, it was interesting because I was actually having this conversation with Jack about non-binary because of Demi Lovato coming out as non-binary, and we were just saying like it's just such a more difficult headspace for us to get into, which we've talked about many times on the podcast about non-binary households. I think trans, is just somehow easier to understand than non-binary.
It's either this or that.
Yeah,
so it's not, you don't slip up.
No, I just think non-binary, I think in a few years' time, it will just be like trans. It will be very easy to have the discourse around it and easy to get the pronouns right and easy to just accept it. But I still feel like...
I don't think the pronouns will be, because it's like against the conventions of what you're used to forever.
Yeah, that's true.
Like,
but,
since
yeah,
you've been
but
alive.
once it becomes more common, it just
true.
it just becomes more of a thing. But I think I feel like we're still in that transition phase at the moment where we are still fucking up. We always fuck up. Like
100%.
when Kelly Maloney was in the house and when Kira was in the bit of a Canada house. We always
Kelly Maloney non-binary.
Fucking hell. I'm trying here, but I'm so fucking drunk. But do you know what I mean? We fucked up with the trans thing back in the day, and now we
Did we though? Did we?
I did, definitely.
Oh.
And in my blog back in the day, I used to say tranny, which is totally wrong.
It is terrible.
Yeah, but back then it didn't seem like that. I would never have said it like in a hateful way, which sounds...
Well.
Now I'm like Chrissy Teigen having to do like a public apology. But I'm just...
Apart from you just trudged it up
I'm
yourself.
fucking digging my own grave, right? I'm going to take the dirt that right now. But what I'm saying is, give us like 2-3 years maybe, and we'll finally be
What?
And in the meantime, we apologise for everything we've said and done.
Okay, good.
We need more non-binary housemates.
Yeah, we do, because it is exposure.
Yeah.
And it's like a sort of getting used to process.
Exactly.
And for a normalising process.
Yes.
Yeah.
It's the normalised... I still think non-binary is a very small pool of people, but maybe we just think that because we don't... I don't know
anyone.
I don't... Well, we do know Laurie's child is non-binary. Or
But
not
we
that
don't
we know
know
her.
her.
No, but we know her by association.
Yeah.
Not her. Them by association. See,
Oh,
I'm
God.
fucking up and it's someone we know.
Yeah.
But we are learning. We're learning, aren't we?
We are.
I'm so glad we're not on video right now. Just fucking kill me right now.
This is the difference when we're in the room together, though. We've had a drink.
We're-
Like, the life in the podcast is so different.
It is so much better though. It's so much more fun. But
Yeah.
now I feel like
Quality
we haven't
is
really
probably
been
terrible.
inappropriate on the podcast when we've been
On
doing it
mic.
on Zoom.
Yeah, it's like
Have
we're
we?
on
We've
business
been
mode.
professional and now it's just gone to shit.
Definitely. Anyway, about Dan, about Gabe.
Please, let's move
About
on.
Gabe, Dan said he's clearly a beautiful soul. That's hilarious.
Do you think Dan believes that, or is he just talking out of his
No, I
arse?
do believe Dan believes that. There'll be a chapter about Gabe's beautiful soul in Dan's new book. Dan was campaigning for Adriana, and Mary was not happy that Adriana was coming for the kitchen. Oh no, we don't need another old bag in here coming for the kitchen, because
Not-
I've got it sorted. I've got it down pat.
Especially not one without carpal tunnel.
No, and I mean I can't compete with tits like that.
I feel like you've missed out the part where Gabe was a trampoline park attendant. That's
Yeah.
his job.
That is his job.
What a fucking job. He should attend those neighbours of mine who was on that fucking trampoline. Luckily, they haven't been able to lately because
the
it's
weather's
freezing
shit.
cold.
Dan was telling Jess in the bedroom that he isn't just going to take a shot at her.
This was the start of the
And
alarm.
Marley or Mitch if they win, because Jess and Mitch were in each other's pockets immediately, weren't they? And he goes, and just pull a loose cannon shot. I don't want to play that game anymore. I really want to make it to the top 10.
Yeah, he's obsessed
The
with
top,
the top
10
10.
again.
Again. It's like, he was kind of like, we're the big dogs in the house, we need to work together and blah, 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 wasn't he?
I like it.
And then I was just thinking, bollocks, they ain't going to work together. But they kind of did work together for the rest of the week.
Well, Jess said, I've got written here that Jess said in the diary room she can't trust Danny.
Yeah,
but
she's got her eye on him or
she
something.
wants to play with him, and she says she isn't like Katie.
Yeah. Actually, I think it was Katie said she had her eye on him. Should have had it on closer. At the end of that conversation, Jess said, good boy to Dan. That's a bit weird.
I got a question. How has Dan managed to get Jess to vote for Adriana?
I don't know.
Because Adriana's position in the house as a housemate only seems to serve Dan to me. And
Yeah, I
Dan's
know.
so invested in her.
Yeah.
Whereas I would have thought, on face value, she's probably the least attractive one to have in the house. Not on looks or anything.
No.
As in terms of strength and
your
an
game.
alliance, yeah.
I can only think that Jess has sort of been frightened by the newcomers coming in and wants to just stick to what you know. Better the devil you know. Better
I like the use of the term frightened.
Do you think it's better the devil you know? Maybe
the devil
it is.
you don't.
Yeah, come on. Kylie told it to us, right?
Oh,
Now, can we discuss... Better the devil you know? Better
Can we
the
discuss
devil you
what?
know? Oh no. Can we discuss Mitch's shirts? He's got the watermelon, he's got the donut.
Flamingos.
The flamingos, they're all the same shirt. Looks like the exact same shirt, but different pattern.
Yeah.
Eek or chic?
Chic.
Jack said eek.
Oh, I like
the
them.
print is too big. You know I like a repeating pattern.
No, but Jack's a little bit more conservative in his style.
But Jack's not conservative in his style.
No,
How
in his
dare you?
shirts, he wouldn't go for like a big pink
A
flamingo.
big one. Well, no.
But it's a look. It is a look. I like it.
It's a look. We should get some of the stylists in the house to...
Remind me of Primark swim
Yeah,
shorts.
I think that's the problem. I think they're a bit, cheapo. So, twins wearing matching clothes for the eviction ceremony. That is a bit weird when twins wear matching clothes.
Hang on a minute, I've got to stop you there, Lindsay.
Go on.
Gabe had a little quote in
Go
the
on.
diary room. He said, "Do your best, and God will do the rest."
Oh, he is a religious person.
Is it appropriate to bring God into the Big Brother house?
I'm quite against religious people at the moment in more ways than one.
At the moment?
Well, particularly at the
What,
moment.
Palestine and...
No,
No? Israel and
my
Palestine?
mum
Oh.
and
Your mum's not religious, is she?
Yeah, my mum's religious. She's
Oh,
Christian, and my
God.
dad's cult, and how she's worried we're going to go to hell and all this bullshit, and also
Ain't going nowhere, there's no hell.
Mormons. Like my dad used to be a Mormon, and just all this religious shit. Like I just don't want to hear it. I don't want any part of it. Just go away. No, I don't know.
Well,
about
he did.
Rowan's been telling me about that Israel Palestine thing, but I still don't understand. And I think it's not that I just don't understand. It's that it's just.
You don't want to.
It is. No, I think it is partly that I don't want to because it just seems too upsetting to think about. And you know what I'm like? I'll just bury my head in the sand.
I'll tell you what Palestine and Israel is. It's basically...
Oh, here we go, listeners.
No.
Brace yourself.
It's basically Northern Ireland
Yeah, I don't understand
times
that either.
times a hundred or something, or even more. I don't know.
Yeah.
But it's like a pointless war based on religion,
And
but
people
also,
moving into another person's area.
Exactly. Also, a fight over like a border,
Land.
a boundary.
Yeah.
And they need to agree the point where they stop killing each other, which is what happened in Ireland, right?
But I read this book once called like Everything You Need to Know About Politics But Don't, or something like that. And it was supposed to be like this basically bite-sized version of everything in history that you like missed the start
Like
of.
horrible history.
Yeah,
for adults,
and it had all the Israel-Palestine, so it had all the different wars, all the different religions, and I read the whole thing. At the end, I still didn't know. So I just think...
Well,
I wanted to know, but I read it and I still
complex.
You can't explain it in a chapter like these things. You
No,
can't explain it in a
God, no.
WhatsApp message. It's like deeper than that, and I'd rather just watch The Good Doctor, to be honest.
okay.
Like just switch
What
my
is the
brain
Good
off.
Doctor drama?
Yeah, it's a drama that's got the lovely Freddie Highmore in it.
Okay.
He's very cute.
Eviction room?
We are absolutely trashing politics in every way possible tonight.
Anyway, in the eviction room,
Yeah.
Sonia's sleeve was coming off. Did you notice that?
No.
She had like a blazer, but one of the sleeves was like...
Oh, she's
jar.
always got something going on with the sleeve. Was it a deliberate look?
Yeah, it was like held on by two like gold clasps. It was a
Oh,
little,
like Elizabeth Hurley.
Possibly.
That dress. Don't you remember that?
No, I don't.
She wore this dress to this award ceremony when she first started going out with Hugh Grant, and the Daily Mail were all like that dress, and it was
Was it,
known
like,
as
down
that.
the sides or
Yeah,
something?
like gold pins down the
Yeah,
side.
there's
and
pins
it's
like that, but on the sleeve.
God, it's like...
Sonia is 55.
Yeah, I know.
She was fucking good.
She does look good. She does look a bit waxen, but her body looks really good.
Waxen?
Yeah, like waxen. Waxy, waxen.
Like a waxwork?
Yeah, correct.
Oh, I think she looks a bit like powdery at times.
Oh, similar.
It's not whatever skin tone is not a skin tone that she's got from whatever makeup and lighting they're using. I think it's quite powdery white.
Oh,
Anyway, I like
Gothic.
the look. Sonia said, "Danny, when you see a challenge beast enter the game, are they a threat or an ally?" And Dan had a gulp. And he went, "For my game, they're an ally." Like, you had to say
Yeah,
that, didn't
what's
you?
he gonna say?
He
Yeah.
started playing in the
Yeah.
in the eviction room. He's
Yeah.
finally cottoned on that he
Of course
can't
he
let
did.
too much slip.
Of course he did.
The twins were arguing that they had 2 votes for someone and that it's a good thing. Chip in at any time because mine might not
My
be in
notes
order.
have really took a turn for the worse. Because Because I wasn't interested. I didn't care what happened. I didn't care. I wanted to see what... I wanted the follow-on. It's like you're reading a good book and you're like, it's ramping up. The next chapter, it's like the tension of will Dan go, will Dan go, will Dan go. Even though you don't want him to go, it's like, in a way, like, he deserves to go and he should go as part of the story. And it's like, no, we're going to delay that. We're going to delay that. We're going to delay that. No, I don't want it to delay that. I want to... No! In a way, good. But in a way, it just sucked the air out of it for me. It was like... Oh, it just didn't work. Did you not think that at all?
No.
Oh, you're so wrong. It's wrong. It's plain wrong.
I've written Adriana had tears. I'm not sure why. There was a Supermum speech.
Oh,
that's her, I think. She was talking about she wants to win challenges for her kids, etc. Kind of reminded me of Tara.
Oh, God.
Potato said that... Sorry, Gabe said that he is confident that he's got the votes.
I got some BB can tea, by the way.
Have you?
Nothing really that interesting.
Yeah.
John who?
Mm-hmm.
Look, we've gone an hour and a half. We haven't even had a wee. No wonder we're so fucked.
The wee is making us work, like, holding on to the alcohol.
I listened to the interview with Tara and Brayden, and they were going, oh, blah, 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 why did you vote for Brayden and everything? And she said, oh, some of the jury said they made the wrong decision voting for Ty. And I thought, that's so bitter at the end to say that. Like, she was literally the only person who voted for Brayden. And then she was like, oh, secretly, between us, like, some of the jury sort of told me they wish they'd voted for Brayden instead. It's just like,
why would they say
well,
that now?
they didn't,
yeah.
so fuck off. And meanwhile, Ty was saying, you know, it was so seminal, me being the first black man to win Big Brother Canada. And I thought, mind you, Brayden's black too, but I just thought they were kind of taking the shine off of it for him, which I didn't really appreciate.
No, and also, if you wanted Brayden to win, you'd voted for him in the moment, so it's kind of a moot point, isn't it?
Oh, nice. Moot. Yeah, shut up, Sarah. I didn't really get any good gossip, though, from listening to those things. I want to know what's happened with Beth and Jed. I know they've split up, but I want to know...
literally told you on the last podcast.
Oh, because of his mum? Because of her being racist?
Yeah, because of the microaggressions and the stupid things that he's found out.
Details about it.
Well...
Not enough to obviously look it up. I just want to hear it from someone else.
Right, meanwhile, in Big Brother Australia, the vote happened. Marley voted for Gabe. Marley did not vote with Jess.
Jess, that's what I've written. Jess and Marley voted different ways. This was the severing of their alliance.
Ooh.
So Jess is kind of Team Dan now. How the fuck did that happen?
Dan voted for Adriana. SJ voted for Adriana. Sid voted for Gabe.
How do you know who voted for who?
They're the ones that were in the show.
I was going to say.
Anyway, Alex, Charlotte and Brenton got no votes. Gabe got 3 votes and Adriana got 7 votes. And I've written Dan is a mastermind.
He is the general. He's in the belly of the beast. He's out of the belly of the beast. And he's a comp beast. No, he's not really a comp beast. We need to have a title that doesn't involve comp beast this week.
Oh, please.
Should we have a wee break?
Well, I think we should have a break.
I think we're deserving of one, don't you?
Yeah, we've all earned a break, including these listeners for about a split second.
Bye.
We're back.
We're back.
With episode 13. It was Dear 30.
Oh.
Dan is lucky Adriana isn't Roxanne Pallett, the way he smacked her abs. Do you remember that?
No, I don't.
She goes, I've got abs, my abs are really hard, feel that. And Dan was like,
oh my God. That's not okay. A bit Dan. He's a disgrace.
Adriana is a woman of her word. That should be the title of her autobiography. Dan said, I voted in Adriana. Like, it was him alone. I mean, he did...
He rallied.
He did steer it, yeah. And I've written, does Adriana fancy Danny? There's a bit of flirting going on.
She said you smell good to him. Mitch said Brenton was the first one who wanted to have a workout with me.
Brenton.
Go away. Dan wants people around who can bleed on the rope. I want to know what you can do for me. And then he said, can you edit that out?
He goes, I'm sure you're going to edit that in. Big Brother said to Dan, would you have ever thought you'd be in such a strong alliance with Jess? Danny said no, unsurprisingly. Christina and Brent... Oh, Christina was chatting with Big Brother about Brenton. Did you like the way Big Brother went, just between us girls?
Oh, okay, yeah, I did write that down. Big Brother loves the showmance, doesn't he? Big
Yeah.
Brother Australia.
And also, Christina's like his only hope.
I saw.
He tried to set Christina up with Mitch day one.
Yeah, that wasn't working. God, Christina's like a different person around Brennan, don't you think? I've never.
Oh, she's like putty in his hands.
Yeah, it's like this giddy side to her I've never seen before.
Yeah.
It's like, oh God, poor Mitch one watching that is going to be so gutted. Poor sod.
It's taken the wind out of his sails. I thought there was something to do with plumage I could go for, but I couldn't get there.
Brenton and Christina were talking while brushing their teeth. You know what I think about that. Brenton said he had a Polish heritage.
Which she said she should be proud of. Then I put, Christina's mum is Russian. And I said, I thought Renata was Russian. And then Dan goes, yeah, there is more than one Russian person in the world. I was like, oh, okay. Because suddenly I thought, hang on, did I hear that wrong? Did they say Christina's Russian and Renata wasn't Russian?
Yeah, you were just thinking Russian, tick. That's it.
You know, Renata was that strong Colombian woman.
Mary was talking about being with her husband for 34 years. I don't know how that came up.
Don't be bitter, Mary. Oh, everyone was talking about Christina and Brenton's chemistry, and Dan decided to sing The Look of Love.
Well, that would get you in the mood, wouldn't it?
Why would I put Mitch's rations are ugly? That doesn't make sense. It can't be rations. What was I talking about?
Clothes? Tattoos?
I like it. Yes, maybe tattoos.
Yeah,
might have been tattoos.
Yeah, he's got a lot. Know my thoughts on those. So then we had the panic room, and Big Brother put Danny and Sid in there. So they had one irrational person and one rational person.
Shout out Lewis F. It was the dominoes.
Big Brother loves dominoes. Domino. Big Brother's obsessed with domino. Do you think those are the dominoes from BBK? Do you think they shipped them over?
Oh, no, they were definitely a lower class of domino. Did you notice?
No.
They were very rough around the edge.
Oh,
I thought,
no wonder they just fell over.
Exactly.
You fell over.
And then my dad said even the floor doesn't look quite flat.
Flush.
Yeah, it wasn't quite flush to the floor. So the dominoes were tripping, falling over because not only did they have unlevel sides, but the floor wasn't level.
Oh God!
Danny didn't cope very well, did he? Big baby, really, isn't he?
Marley said Danny panics even outside the panic room. Big Brother said, "Do you like what I've done to the room?"
They made it smaller, didn't they?
Yeah. Oh, was it smaller?
A lot smaller.
So there was 2,000 dominoes they had to set up. And Dan said, did you say 200? And Big Brother was like, no, 2,000.
I like when Big Brother explained it. He was like, you stack one domino, which topples the second, which topples the third, which topples the fourth. They
were trying to do that trippy shit again, weren't they?
Yeah.
Trying to be mind-bending. Dan was not too happy about this whole situation. He said that I think Big Brother said, what's your strategy to Dan? And he said, my strategy is to complete the task. Not a bad strategy, to be honest.
Did you think it was a good or bad idea? There was a Big Brother eye in the floor. They started to put the dominoes around the Big Brother eye, but it wasn't stipulated that you had to do it around the eye.
I don't know what's best. Aren't you best to work outwards in rather than inwards out?
I would have thought you've got to go in rows along the room.
Yeah.
So you don't have to step over anything.
Why wouldn't you do a spiral from start around the edge of the room outwards?
Oh.
And then spiral in?
Block yourself in?
Oh, yeah.
But then once you...
Yeah, I'm not sure actually, because you're right. Where are you going to go if you're doing a spiral?
I just thought the way they were doing it, Danny was in the middle working around the sort of iris area.
Iris.
Shout out Iris.
Shout out to Iris. That was 2 BBUK references in 1 second there.
Sid was on the edge doing the sort of
Sid.
outline of the eye.
What do you think about Sid?
Bland.
Oh God, he's just go away. Actually, I don't mind him, but
he seems like a nice guy.
It's not good TV.
I wouldn't mind having
go
Sid...
for a pint with him?
No, if he was my GP or something, it'd be fine.
Racist.
I'd be fine with that. It's quite calm and collected. Or if he was a teacher, my teacher, which he is a teacher, I don't want to go to the pub with him. No,
no, it'd be boring. I swear we haven't said racist for ages since we've been doing it on YouTube. This is so much better. God.
Anyway, Danny knocked...
I can't even see straight.
Danny knocked the dominoes down. He threw a tantrum. He threw them, and they knocked over all of Sid's. Sid was remarkably calm.
That was hilarious.
Sid maintained a lot of composure.
Yeah, I would have been fuming if I was in them. Big Brother went, "Oh dear, that's a shame."
Big Brother asked Danny what happened. He said, "I don't want to talk about it." And Big Brother goes, "I would like to talk about it."
Danny's like, "No, I want to focus." He's getting so pissy about it. And then I think Sid just gave up, didn't he?
Well, you had to give up because Danny snapped a domino in half, which means you can't possibly complete the comp.
I did notice that on the because you had to do every single domino, didn't you? Mm-hmm. And then I think Danny's tantrum wipes out all the progress. Oh, Danny said, "I need a doctor. I'm having a meltdown." Well, it was Sid's right there, so don't worry about it. And then Big Brother said, "Perhaps you could start again. Perhaps not." I did enjoy that, though. I enjoyed it mostly because Dan was involved in it. And then the punishment was they had to choose 2 people to guard the front door. What they were guarding it from...
that was the punishment?
No one knows. Well, we already checked the security system a couple of weeks ago.
That's fine.
Like, what's the problem?
Fucking hell, Big Brother.
Why is Big Brother such a hotspot for crime?
I'll tell you why. Because anyone can drive up to that car park.
Ah, you're right.
Yeah.
Tell me why.
I saw Marissa trying to take the bin bags out the other day.
So Brenton volunteered, saying, "I'll do it." You know, one of those like, "I'll be the have-not," that sort of person. Yeah. And then Danny was like, went off to Sid to discuss it, like it was a very serious matter. And they decided quite cleverly to do it with Christina, so they wouldn't really get any flack from it, right?
Yeah, Big Brother were rubbing their hands together, I bet.
Didn't get no heat.
Christina says she wants to guard the door with Brendan to see if she can work with him strategically.
Yeah, right. Did you see what she was wearing to work?
What the hell? Who dressed her up like that? That stylist, Adriana, wasn't it?
God, her nipples were red alert. She looked fucking good, though, also.
2 acorns.
That wasn't a security guard outfit.
No, it wasn't suitable security. I've not seen a security... My teeth. Not seen a security guard dressed like that since Leah had to stay up all night in that high-vis vest in BB7.
Lol. And that Brenton twat was wearing like a baggy, horrible jumper that just looked absolutely vile.
Make some effort.
Looked like he borrowed it off Ari.
To be fair, he was wearing loafers later on. We can't trust his style.
So, and they put high-vis vests on them, so you couldn't even see Christina's nipples after that.
Was Adriana that starred Christina. Christina said, "It's so nice having a stylist in here." No shade, Charlotte. The actual stylist has been there since day one. And then they were like patrolling the corridor. They had a little torch,
holding hand. They laid down, they were holding hand. And she was trying to like nuzzle up to him, and he was just like looking at the ceiling. I was like, ugh.
They ended up underneath the same cover together. But also, their job is to guard the airlock. Surely you're not supposed to go to sleep.
Yeah. I thought Big Brother should at least send something in to test if they were, paying attention.
Someone dressed up as a possum or something.
Yeah. I mean, come on. Be reasonable. Send in Katie or something. Christina does fancy him, but she doesn't want to put a target on her back. I think she's saying this because he didn't try and get off with her.
They're also flirting in foreign languages, weren't they?
Oh yeah.
Japanese and I guess Russian.
Dan said to Christina, "Are you going to be okay if he doesn't make it through?" And she said, "Yeah, I'm not bothered." Gabe is a social threat, apparently. Kidok. Go on, what you got?
And it was day 31 the next day, and Mitch had got an OCD section, and he was counting the chairs at the dining table, and he was like, "Oh, there's an uneven number of chairs. That's really going to annoy me."
I don't know why I haven't got that, because I remember noting that.
Brenton and Christina woke up under the same blanket. Christina had a better night in the airlock than on the dinner date with Mitch. Love him.
Oh yeah, there is.
She was worried that the housemates may see her showmance as a threat. That's why she was kind of like playing it down. The twins, I've realised at this point, are playing as individuals. I don't know why I've only just realised that, but I did. And then I've got the intruder challenge, which was the grain and bucket challenge.
Oh yeah. Big Brother said, "My game is relentless." Do you like my Big Brother impression? I thought it's been quite good this week. No good.
I think mine's better.
Go on then.
My game is relentless.
Oh yeah, that is bad. Yeah, but you haven't been doing it, so pull your finger out. We've seen this comp before as well.
We have,
Where
but
have we seen it?
BB Australia, when Chad had a busted up foot.
Ah,
Little Sarah, she was going at it too.
Oh, I forgot about her.
Sarah, Sophie, Chad, and Danny, and everyone else. Not Danny, Dan, Matt, all that lot. But this time, it had been doubled up, and there were 2 funnels of grain. But was that grain in the funnels, or was it something else?
Oh, what are you saying?
Big Brother calls it grain. But
I
it
thought
was
it was
actually
popcorn.
it was
Was it popcorn?
it was corn, yeah.
Yeah, I thought it was.
Popcorn.
I've got that written down. Popcorn draining out. What?
Because it's not popcorn until it's been popped, is it?
Oh.
But I called it popcorn too, and Dan laughed at me.
What? So now you're laughing at me?
Yeah, it's funny.
Oh, you're a bully. You got bullied by someone else. Now you're bullying me. I see.
That's how the cycle works.
I see. Fine.
It's funny because you said the same thing as me.
Yeah, because we're both stupid and you've been called out, and now you're trying to blame me for it.
And I put also, it's outside in the sun, so is that popcorn going to start popping?
Oh. And then Jack was saying he likes the bit at the bottom of the bag of popcorn where the bits haven't popped properly.
Dan eats those.
Oh,
too,
that's so sick. It's disgusting. I wouldn't eat. How can you eat it? It's like so hard. Your teeth. You can't eat that at my age, I'll tell you that much.
If you're in the cinema and you get that bit in your mouth, you have to sort of like...
spit it out.
Take it out
Yeah.
and like, drop it on the floor, don't you?
Yeah, I've been there. I put... The twins have their hair like Katie used to have her hair, and I keep thinking they're her. Do you know what I mean? They're like boxer braids down the side, and it made them look like Katie.
Oh, I didn't notice that.
No, you probably don't know what that is.
A what braid?
Boxer braid, they're called, where they go down the side like a French plait down each side.
Oh, right.
Far out. I've just written far out.
Far out.
Katie does that.
Brenton said he got 3 hours of sleep in the airlock. What was he up to then?
He was getting tired, and he was blaming it on the lack of sleep.
Yeah, and it came down to Gabe and Brenton. Who'd have thought that?
I've put poor Gabe ain't got hope. Brenton said, I was willing to chop my own arm off to win today's challenge. Well,
no,
prove it.
Disadvantage in the upcoming competition, wouldn't it?
Yeah, it would. I've put a twin is sobbing.
Brenton said he's got more to give, and I put, well, we'll see. Don't you think Brenton is bland as...
he's awful.
Fuck.
It's rubbish. We don't need him. We don't need Mitch either. They can both go. They remind me of that Broken Hill twat. I just don't need that alpha male energy.
I would say Matt from Broken Hill was more likeable than these two.
Oh my god, that is a strong statement.
I've written bye twins. I guess I think they're going. I've written twins cry about who should stay.
There you go.
Sid thinks that Gabe can be putty in his hands. Danny wants to save Alex. Alex? Is that what's the name?
That's one of the twins, Alex.
Oh, yeah. I was thinking of Adriana. I was like, they call it Adriana. Alex, a bit weird. Danny wants to save Alex. When he looks into Gabe's eyes, he doesn't see the eye of the tiger. It's funny how Danny switched.
Yeah.
Danny was like, these people, they just want to throw Gabe under the bus.
Yeah,
He's a beautiful
he said
soul.
He was a beautiful
When I
soul.
look into his eyes, I don't see the eye of the tiger.
Ouch, that turned on a dime.
Dan, taking the twins, said, what? Taking the twins...
Alex.
one at a time to his office.
Yeah, he cut a deal with Alex because she wants it more than her sister.
Can you keep a secret? Does your handshake mean anything? That's what he said to her.
That was quite a
She
good
goes,
dad.
yes. We're going to fight to save you tonight. We're not going to save your sister.
And then in the diary he said, Alex would be an asset to my team. Not that I have a team, but if I did, she'd be on it. Spoiler.
Dan also told Adriana, you can tell Gabe you're going to save him, but we're not. It's brutal. This is Big Brother.
Yeah, classic. Twin listed as Charlotte M. Okay.
Charlotte H, isn't she?
Oh.
No, the old one is Charlotte H, sorry.
God knows.
That's why.
Brenton said it takes more than a night in an airlock room to get romance going. Ooh, I think Brenton's...
Not on Big Brother it don't.
I don't think Brenton's interested in Christina. How could anyone see her in that dress and not give her a snog? Even I would, and I'm straight as a boring person.
Because, there's some such thing as boundaries. You can't just, plant yourself on someone because they're wearing a nice dress.
Why not?
I'm not going down that rabbit hole.
No, we already went down that pre-podcast.
Did we?
Yeah, about boundaries and something or other. So, Alex said she wants to show her own personality.
Is this in the eviction
Oh,
room?
yeah, go on, because you probably got more than me.
In the eviction room, I've written Sonia came dressed like she has just come out of a 1920s cocktail party. I can't remember the outfit, actually.
I can't either.
I do think Sonia always has good outfits, but it is a bit of a shame we never see the bottom down. She's very much on the Zoom call. She could be wearing shorts underneath.
Should have got slippers on.
Pyjama bottoms. Sonia to Sid. There are now 2 big buff boys in the game. Like, basically, does that, like, bother you?
Yeah.
Sid said... I don't know what he said. I'm not going to make a joke about it. GPs. Alex...
Sid said the doctor will see you now.
Alex fighting talk. She wants to play with the big players, she said. She wants to join an alliance and not be a floater. She said that she's been a twin all her life and this will be a character building experience. Charlotte too said they should keep Alex. And Sonia said, is that the ultimate sacrifice a sister can make? She said, well...
No, that would be throwing yourself in front of a car for your sister.
Dan said, my concern with Gabe is that he might be all things to everyone here.
I think it's more like he's nothing to everyone here.
Yeah, you're right. Well, it's the same. If you're all things to everyone, you're...
Nothing to no one.
Nothing to no...
Eesh.
Like Charlotte.
Oof.
People who are nothing to no one.
Oh yeah.
I said that last week.
Oh yeah.
Anything before the vote?
I've put Dan hasn't got the numbers. I think I was wrong. Was I? Oh no.
Let's see. Dan
I wasn't.
said,
I wasn't.
this person, I think, will toe the company line about Alex. By the way, Dan has got his company name tattooed on his arm. You've seen that?
What is the company name?
It's like Hayes Winkle or something. Hayes Winkler.
Jesus.
Ari voted for Gabriel. He said he'll do whatever I say. Sid voted for Gabe as well. The results were Charlotte got no votes, Alex got 4 votes, and Gabe got 8 votes. I was really surprised because I thought the edit made me think it was a done deal that Alex was going to stay. And Dan's got his way up till now.
So how did the votes go? Oh, we don't know.
We could watch the extended vote if you like.
Oh, come on. Be reasonable. I've got a life to live here.
One moment, please. Do you want to tell me about the twist?
So just when you think you finally got rid of these people and you could just move on with your life, no. Just hang on a minute. The twins got stopped, but then the housemates were looking at it on the screen, weren't they? They saw it happen.
Yeah.
And then Dan was just grinning, like, even though you knew he was like, for fuck's sake, just like I was. And then the twins were like, oh, that was the next episode, like, oh, we've thought about it and we will compete against each other. I just thought this is such a dud, because we already know that Charlotte said she would throw herself under the bus for Alex.
Yeah.
It's like, it's not exactly interesting to watch them compete against each other. But actually, it did turn out...
Actually, it didn't turn out how you thought,
no, you're right. But I just thought, oh, this is going to be boring. But it actually turned out more interesting than I thought. Although, I was completely confused about which one was which. So, in a way, who's the winner? I don't know. I did not know. Go on.
Ari was this is the next episode.
Yeah.
Where Ari was working on the twins while they were competing. So they're both standing over the pool on this like little
disc.
Is it a disc? I suppose so. Like a little mushroom type thing.
Right.
Dan realised that Ari was like working on the twins. Ari goes away, and then Dan tells them, "Don't trust this guy."
Yeah. Oof.
Basically, outright. I don't know how many people were left outside, but I thought it's very bold, and Dan has to be pretty sure that everyone around is in the same boat, like in the same mindset.
Yeah.
So Dan was basically trying to counteract Ari's kind of like networking.
Ari was doing like the fakest smile, you know, when he's like doing
Ari
a smile.
is so fake.
His feelings just are so visible on his face. I hope my feelings aren't visible on my face like that. I'm in deep shit. Oh, fuck. Do you think Charlotte and Alex have the same size feet? Because they are identical twins.
I suppose so.
Yeah, because that could help in the challenge.
Well, honestly, like, I think I said this before in about another episode, I don't know why, but it's like fighting yourself. This This is literally like fighting yourself. It's like in the video game when like you've got to fight your own character.
Oh, yeah.
How do you beat yourself?
You know the weak spot of yourself.
Oh, yeah, the Achilles heel.
6 hours, 41 minutes is the record for a challenge. Will they beat it? I'm not sure
I don't know if they really did. Tully said it was 6 hours, but I think maybe she was remembering that.
Yeah. I've said I want Charlotte to win and piss Alex off. Well, that's what happened.
Well, it was like a debate, wasn't it? Alex was talking about stepping down. And she's going, like, you know, if I go home, you know, I'm going back to my amazing house and my boyfriend and my dog, and you've got sweet fuck all to go back to. Like, you're basically on the street, you're destitute. Yeah.
You just live with our folks, and, you know, that's a shithole. It was a bit like that, wasn't it? It was like, ouch. I
was like, what is... Like, seemingly Charlotte's from a home. Charlotte II's home is broken. And she's got nothing to go home to. I don't really understand what's going on here.
Ouch.
Did she say she was just going back home to mum and dad?
Yeah, I think so. But I was confused because I thought they were the other. Because one of them nearly fell off, and they went, "Oh, Charlotte, be careful!" And I thought, okay, I know which one's which now. But then at the end, when one won, it was like, "Oh, you've won," and I was like, "What? That's not the one I thought." Did you get confused, or was it just me?
No, I realised what was going on, but I was just really sort of like not expecting the one who, when it was, "One moment please, one of you can stay," she goes,
oldest guy.
Well, actually no, before that, before the eviction room, Alex was going, in discussion between both of them, "I'm the one that wanted to apply," and Charlotte's like, "You're the one that brought us here, like, you really want this, this is your dream, you're the super fan." And Alex talked to Tully about being a long-term super fan, like having watched for a long time.
This actually reminds me of BBOTT. There was two sisters who went in, and they pretended not to be sisters. I don't know if it was for the whole thing. They didn't really look like each other, and one of them was the absolute super fan. The other one didn't really know anything about it, and spoiler alert, the other one won.
Won
the whole show, yeah.
Oh.
Yeah, so it was like, and I always thought that other one, he went home, you know, a couple of weeks before.
Must
have been so pissed, because that was her thing.
Yeah.
It's like Dan getting to applying and being on Big Brother. When it's your fucking thing. You'd be like fuming, wouldn't you?
Yeah.
Like, how dare you?
Yeah, so I didn't really expect the outcome that we got, and I thought it was a bit strange that Alex kind of was so ready to step down and give it to Charlotte, and then it suddenly flipped around.
Do you think she just had enough of that comp?
No,
wanted to look, you know, altruistic.
I don't think so. They said, I mean, Alex said it was cold. That was the biggest problem with the
she
challenge.
Said, "I'm so cold." Shout
out.
I have put Jess eating with her mouth open just when you thought she couldn't get any grosser. Did you notice that?
I didn't.
Oh, she's the worst.
Was this the next day?
No, this is during the comp.
Oh.
Dan telling the girls not to show... Oh, that's the bit you got. Marley has got a hoodie on that makes him look like a jester. I've put... It was like red and green.
One. I like that one.
Yeah.
I think it's Nike.
When he came out, I thought he was actually in fancy dress. Oh yeah, Dan said, "We are the real deal." This was 3.5 hours in. The oldies decided to go to bed with old Charlotte.
Well, when you got carpal tunnel like that, you need to get a lot of rest.
Don't you think that's a bit bad, not staying out? Like, they're literally standing on a disc to fight for their life in the game, and you're just going to bed.
Nah.
No, it's okay?
Yeah, it's alright.
No, I don't think so. Then, I was thinking that when there was twins that sort of look at each other, I was thinking the other one's like trying to be like, drop, throw it.
Should have done the old Tully, like, if you drop.
Yeah. Yeah, made the deal, yeah. Oh, you can have my boyfriend. Oh, I've put here in my notes, hold on, I'm confused. This is when I couldn't work out who was who. Why did she step off? We don't know.
No, Charlotte wasn't quite expecting it either at the time that it happened, but...
I didn't get that.
I don't think we saw quite enough of that, and even listening to the podcast didn't really help.
No.
But yeah, apparently they weighed up that Charlotte had given up uni, and that was more of a sacrifice, and she didn't have anything exciting to go out to, so that's why
so not only
stayed.
does she live with her parents, she's got no boyfriend, no dog, and she gave up uni. What a loser.
She could win the whole show yet, though.
Fuck me, yeah. Not sure.
The next day, I've written, it's weird how Charlotte has stayed, When Alex was the one that wanted to apply.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah, we've already said.
And Charlotte was feeling guilty, wasn't she? She's like, she said, like, the fun's gone out of it without my sister here.
Oh. Charlotte the Second's game plan. She says she wants to align with Dan, Jess, Mitch, Marley, and Alex. Alex? Adriana. Alex is gone.
I put here, I like the eye with the grass on in the garden. Have we commented
on
on
the
that
wall.
before? Yeah, that looks really
Sort
cool.
of like living wall of an eye.
I like that.
No. They're complaining. What?
The ironing board scene. Go on.
Oh, they're complaining that there's no food left. But to me, the sides were covered in tomatoes, bananas, tins are stacked high, the fridge was brimming with tofu and whatever else.
Spinach.
It didn't look like they were
Chickpeas.
going hard up to me.
Well,
What
it
did you
depends
think?
if you like eating crisps or not, like SJ.
Yeah.
This is our picture, actually.
Yeah.
SJ eating the munch. And this was the first time I ever related to SJ, when she hid behind an ironing board with a towel draped over it, making some crisps. I thought,
Yeah.
I can get that. I can get behind you.
But what is the fatal flaw in SJ's crisp eating strategy?
Crisps are noisy to eat.
That and something else.
The towel wasn't hung over in the right spot.
No, something even more glaringly obvious than that.
I don't
If
know.
you were wanting to eat covert crisps,
Yeah.
what flavour would you choose?
Oh, plain?
Not cheese and onion.
Oh, got you.
SJ,
Well, she didn't get
a
caught.
woman of 65, hidden behind an ironing board, eating cheese and onion crisps.
And then Mary came over, like, looking for her, and then SJ's like, I'll tell you later what I was up to.
She hid those under her mattress.
I saw her, she stashed them back under there afterwards.
What did Big Brother say? Big Brother said to her, just tidying up, SJ. You know, in the Big Brother house, hiding food is a recipe for disaster.
What
innit?
next? The halal wine?
What was that?
Jenna Jameson had some halal wine and someone else did it. Was, fuck no. That was the one
wine?
that sprung to
Are
mind.
you allowed to drink alcohol in halal?
You must be, I
practices?
guess. Well, fuck knows.
Was it alcohol free?
Oh, I don't know, because no one would have stole it if it was.
Good point. Jess's Big Brother song. Got any lyrics from that?
No.
Me neither.
I don't care what Jess does. She's annoying.
Somebody had a secret mission. Jess came to the diary room and Big Brother said, who would you say is the most excitable housemate? And Jess goes, Tilly. Always bouncing off the walls. Tilly.
And they showed Tilly, like, literally going like this.
Tilly's microphone has been fitted with a pedometer.
I thought, they're just doing the same shit they did with Chad last year, but it was different, wasn't it?
It was reversed.
It was the opposite. It was opposite day. It was Big Brother Rewind, Topsy Turvy Land, and she had to do as little steps as possible. Otherwise, money would be knocked off the food budget. $250 for every 1,000 steps.
You just said that without looking
I
at your
did,
notes. Is that
because
from memory?
I can remember it.
Did you watch that today?
No, yesterday.
Wow. Yeah, you're right. And they started with $1,000 budget.
I liked this. I thought it was quite fun, didn't you?
I loved it.
Yeah. So they decided to tell Tilly, like, the floor was lava, even though Dan did that quite recently.
Let's play a game.
Yeah.
How about the floor is lava? I was like, come on, Jess. I don't think you should be able to say, like, let's play a game and do it that way.
No.
But I guess you've got to do it.
Do you think Tilly knew what was going on? Do you think she smelt a rat?
Oh, guys, maybe.
Yeah, maybe. But
she's just clever enough to play along.
Yeah, she does have a clever side. So the guys were, like, carrying her around from pillar to post. And then they tried to start a deeper, meaningful conversation with her to make her sit in one spot for a while. Is this a good conversation starter, Gaz?
What's that?
Remember people during the start of COVID were spitting on fruit? Wasn't that...
What?
Wasn't that far out?
I'm far out, man. Like, contaminating the fruit.
Of all the things to
It's nothing
bring up.
sacred.
That was weird.
I didn't know about that.
Yeah, people were doing it in America, going into shops and spitting on the fruit and shit.
People are insane.
I know. But they must have been doing it in Australia as well for them to mention it. Maybe it was a trend. Maybe it was a TikTok thing. I blame TikTok.
Far out. Tilly was probably doing it on TikTok.
I would like to have heard more of that conversation.
I want to know more about that. I didn't hear about that. Charlotte said something about peas and strawberries. I don't know what that is. Can't spit on the peas, can you? They're in a bag.
Brenton and Tilly have a mutual love of raving.
Yeah.
You know what that means? Fucking pillars. Which does not surprise me. And Brenton said, "I wish we could have a rave right now."
And Big Brother went, what did he say?
Fuck knows. Your wish is my commander. Fuck no.
Wish for a rave, do you?
Yeah.
It's like, well, it's not like Big Brother.
How often do you just say, "Oh, Big Brother, can we have this?" and Big Brother gives it to you? Like, you must know there's a sting in
Never.
the tail. I've put, "What's this music? I've never heard a saxophone at a rave."
No, it wasn't. It was definitely like not the music they could hear.
No.
It was like Big Brother's royalty-free music. We ought to get that as a theme tune. So Ari was in the diary room, and Big Brother decided to throw a hint, and he was like, "There's a pedometer attached to Tilly's microphone.
Oh, yeah.
The microphone is on her belt."
Yeah, not
Now
a
he's
foot.
like, "Where is the
Yeah,
microphone?" And
yeah.
Ari goes, "On her belt."
Yeah.
And he goes, my Big Brother voice. It's not. This is Big Brother. The microphone. No. The pedometer is not on her foot, is it? I like the way Big Brother said that, as if like, come on.
But Big Brother shouldn't be saying that. Why is Big Brother giving them that tip?
Well, it didn't help, did it?
Well, not really. But Big Brother should keep stum. I don't know why he's trying to help them.
And then Marley was in the diary room. He goes, "We spent all day jumping around with Tilly on our back." Big Brother goes, "Marley, that's probably the worst thing you could have done."
That was funny.
My Dan fucking loved this.
It was good. It was fun.
He goes, "They've probably earned $750. Turned out they'd actually lost $750 because she made 3,322 steps, apparently.
They should have just, rather than carrying around and everything else, they should have just sunbathed or,
Sunbaked.
Got her to go to sleep.
Sunbake, Tilly, sunbake.
Yeah, or got her to go to sleep or something. Tried to bore her rigid, something like that. Not carrying her around everywhere.
Sit her down and brush her hair. That would be a good one for Tilly.
Oh, braid her hair. That would take
Braid her hair.
2 hours.
Do her nails.
Yeah.
Give her a facial.
That's a much better idea.
Pamper her. Bring her drinks.
Idiots carrying
Sit
around.
her under that that place where Dan hid with SJ
so
for the rain.
we're going to wait on you day and night like Bet Lynch. We're going to give you all the attention.
Get it? Got it? Cheers.
Oh, when Ari was in the diary room, he wanted sparkling water and lip balm on the shopping list, just saying. That's not food.
When they revealed the competition, Tilly goes, "You guys have done terribly."
She was right. I thought they didn't do that bad, considering. I thought they would have done a lot worse.
Well, they lost $750. That leaves them with $250 now.
Oh.
$250 shopping budget.
I think I thought it was what Dan said, not the other.
They've done similar in other shopping tasks, so it's probably comparable.
Jess and Dan's army, I've written here. Floaters are vulnerable.
Jess and Dan's army.
Ari hating on Christina getting it on with Brenton, and Brenton trying to get Ari out, and saying Ari's following him round.
Ari said Brenton is a complete budget version of me, so I'd like to send him home tonight.
How is he a budget version of him? Couldn't be more different, really.
Being ironic.
Oh.
Ari said, "I am furious. Why is everybody so dumb in this house?" Ari is becoming a little bit better value than he was.
I felt a bit sorry for him, actually.
Why?
Because I like him. I don't like him, but I think he's a decent character.
He's on the outs now.
I know he is. And all these newbies coming in, and I just thought, he's an OG. He's been there a month. All these new people coming in and trying to oust him.
He's lost his bestie now. He's lost Charlotte. He's got Sid and Christina.
That ain't much.
No, it really isn't. Oh, Ari was again doing his, I'm looking for my water bottle.
The Andy Heron.
Bottle. And I thought, actually, you'd said that had worked for someone.
Yeah,
And actually,
Andy Heron.
it was working for Ari. He was all over the house.
Well, it weren't working that much for him. He was up on the block by the end of the day.
Was he actually? No, he wasn't, was he? Oh, yeah, was he?
Yeah, he was, but then he got took off on a technicality.
Oh, yeah.
Charlotte and Ari said they want Brenton out. Then I've got the comp.
Who said they want Brenton out?
Charlotte and Ari. OG Charlotte and Ari.
Charlotte. Sorry,
Charlotte
I forgot who
won.
Charlotte was for me. I was like, "Where's my water bottle?" bottle?
Why is he like a wicked witch or a goblin or something?
Marley's hair
Oh, I liked
reveals
it.
bad continuity.
Oh. What was it, like cornrows or braids?
It wasn't cane rose. Cane rose.
Cane rose, is that what it's called?
Cornrows or cane rose?
I never heard that.
I called it
Cane
cornrows,
rose.
but Dan because it cane
Is
rose.
it Cane?
Yeah.
I've never heard that. That's probably the actual term for it. They're not cornrows. That's like when white people have it, isn't it?
Yeah. No, you can call it either. Dan said that Marley's hairstyle was a hate crime, so yeah, he wasn't.
I rather
into it.
liked it,
but if you look at the hairstyles, that's what gives away bad continuity. Because earlier in the day, I saw Marley with that hairstyle. Then he had his hair brushed out again. Then in the comp, he had the hair in the sort of braids, whatever that style was that he had. So something's fishy with the edit at times.
Big Brother shouldn't allow it. You have to wear the same clothes every day, just like
like in Bake Off.
Yeah, just in case.
Have to take in like 10 versions of the same outfit.
Yeah, look like Bart Simpson.
Yeah, you're not allowed to age either.
So the comp was
the balloon pump.
They all had a balloon to pump up, and then whoever's balloon popped first, because there was a big pin at the top of each balloon, went out, and they had to pump it up with this.
Pump it up. You've got to pump it up. Hand pump, basically.
Oh yeah, like you to pump up a tire
plunger
on a bike. That looked so hard. People were sweating so much.
Yeah, it was an indoor one as well.
That was tough.
Mitch was being a bit full of bravado. He goes, hopefully some of these guys can keep up.
He goes, I'll give it a red hot crack, Big Brother. Ew. That don't sound good. You need to go in that bucket of ice cream like Keeper was into. Sort that out.
I'd have a red hot crack after that comp as well.
Now, what were these little marks on their faces that looked like they all had smudges on their faces?
I didn't notice that.
Yeah, I think it was like the UV light. It looked like they all had...
Oh, blue. Yeah, like Christine had a blue nose. Yeah, no, I did notice. Yeah, I did notice that, actually. I thought it was just my stream was really bad.
Charlotte H said, I'm due for a win. Okay.
Good luck.
Ari's feelings are written all over his face. This comp reminds me of one off Mario Party I've written here. Safety goggles. It's nice to see the safety goggles there.
They're a bit loose though, weren't they?
Oh, that's no good.
Actually, it did look a bit like the Benny Benassi video, didn't it? That pushed me, and then especially Tilly, and then just touch me.
Satisfaction. I used to like that. Jackson used to like that video when he was a kid. I thought he did.
I'm sure. Big Brother said, "Oh, go too hard too soon, and you will retire." Is that really what they said? I think that's misquoted. Slow and steady will win this race.
Big Brother also said, all housemates...
Not retire, you will tire. Fucking hell.
You should retire. Big Brother said, all housemates commence pumping. I put Tilly as like a little jackrabbit.
Yeah, she was jumping. Like, Dan swearing. But then it was like blurred out and bleeped, and I forgot that technically this is a family show. It airs at 7:30 p.m. in Australia.
Makes sense.
I mean, it finishes at midnight.
Lol. The next week. Mary said, I've got carpal tunnel.
No, she didn't. They piped that in. She did
sure?
not say that. Yeah, I definitely guarantee the reason the audio.
So Ari was complaining that his balloon was deflating, and I did look at it and
compared to, going anywhere, was
compared to everyone else's. I mean,
it's like a little wet lettuce leaf.
I think he actually got quite stiffed because it's all very well. Oh well, you got put on the block, but now we're taking you off the block. But he could have won that comp, and he never got the chance to.
Do you think he had it in him to win?
Well, no, but theoretically he could have won the comp. So being put on the block and taken off and having your vote taken off, isn't that great? I don't think that's a good enough fixing of that situation.
It was guaranteed advancement to the next stage, though.
And shouldn't they have not let Mitch put him up in the first place? Because it also fucked Mitch in a way, because it revealed his cards. No, that as well, but also revealed his cards that he wanted Ari out and didn't have the chance to. Yeah, and also the two he put up, he could really give two fucks. So it was,
it did get Charlotte out though. We could have lost Ari.
Right. Yeah, I'm happy we got Charlotte out, but do you think Mitch is that happy with that? Taking a bit of Deadwood out ain't really worth it, is it?
No, but
good
from
us.
A viewer point of view,
for us.
All hail Mitch.
Yeah, correct.
SJ had a good squatting technique, which I thought was quite, based on her yoga history.
I just couldn't believe how sweaty everyone was. It was filth.
Did Big Brother say it was a horse race between Mitch and Brenton? This was quite early on. It's like it's a bit rude to sort of start saying it's these two and the rest of you have got no chance now.
I thought you said about calling them horses.
Adriana was doing very well. Oh, Big Brother said this, doing very well with a steady pace for 25 minutes. Mitch won, and then he said he came to dominate. Woo! Is it good to do that?
No.
It's
No,
not.
but then Big Brother goes, oh, it's time to vote. And Mitch said, oh, I'd rather not. Well, don't win HH then, you twat.
Yeah.
Idiot.
Yeah, Ari said, actually, they showed him saying, oh, my balloon had a hole. It was deflated by the time he walked out.
And I wrote, Ari should demand a recount. And lo and behold, he did. Mitch wants to show what a huge ass he can be. Oh, the lottery results came up.
Oh.
Yeah, I knew you were going to get angry
My
about
dad always goes, oh, my numbers. I'm like, shut up. And why do they have to put 2 lotto draws in an episode as well? Got one earlier. You got the purple draw, then the yellow draw.
What? I hadn't noticed
You got
that.
the Z lotto and
Oh my God.
something else lotto.
Jesus Christ.
I know. So the nominations happened, and it was Ari. About Gabe, Mitch said he's struggling a little bit. About Charlotte H, he said she's close to Ari, who Mitch described as, and you might want to take back what you just said about taking out some deadwood, his biggest threat. He described Charlotte H as his biggest threat.
He did not.
He did. It
Oh,
makes
dear.
absolutely no sense.
Shame. Dan must have told him that.
That's got to be diary room brain
Yeah.
or some shit.
Well, same Dan diary, same thing. Let's be honest.
Big Brother revealed that Ari's balloon had a technical fault. He'll be taken off the block, but he can't vote. Brenton is the brain of Australia, I've written.
Ooh.
Brenton said it's bad for the people on the block because now he said on the block as well, now they have a 50% chance of going. Oh, thanks, fucking Stephen Hawking.
Mastermind.
Glad they put you in.
Hold on. The reason why Mitch nominated Gabe was because he said he looks a little lost. Well, nominating him ain't going to help, is it? Help him find himself.
Help him find his way out the door.
Yeah, come out with shell.
Dan and Jess said that Charlotte needs to go to weaken Ari.
I do think it was a bit harsh that it was just those two on the block. Don't you think? Do you think Mitch should have been able to put another person out, or you think no, too much power?
Listen, Big Brother was like,
I'm listening. All right,
Gabe. Now listen, they're like, this Gabe, he's
Yeah.
a fucking husk of a man. And this bitch has not delivered anything.
Yeah.
Let's leave it like this
Oh.
and get one of these two out.
Well, it was
then
ver-
when Gabe decided to walk,
They didn't-
I bet the fucking production gallery was like sending off fireworks, party poppers.
It was very telling the fact they didn't give Charlotte the chance to come back in when Gabe walked.
Yeah, he graciously walked after
Yeah.
Charlotte was evicted.
Yeah,
like,
I did
had
think-
Will Young coming out after he won Pop
Quite. I did think he could have done it before and saved Charlotte from going home.
Yeah.
What the fuck?
I know.
But the fact that they didn't put her back in, I mean, she must have literally been in the cab, 2 minutes down the road. You think if that was done, he wouldn't have been back in that fucking house?
We couldn't possibly. She's met the Uber driver.
Yeah. She's been in the outside outside concert. So when I've gone back. But did you say this? Because I was pouring the wine.
What's that?
Mitch had his head in his hands when the vote was announced, and Dan said no one's died. It was different talk if it was him on the
That's a
block,
good
wouldn't
detail. I missed that.
it?
I got Jess told SJ we can get rid of Gabe later on.
Easy as.
I like that.
I've
Easy
got that
as.
too. But I've put, shouldn't Charlotte have an advantage of having been in there for a month bonding with people? The fact people evicted you over someone who's literally just there.
No,
in
but
the
this is
corner.
it. That was Charlotte's only argument. She goes, oh, hopefully the connections I've made over the last month. That's all she had. The connections I've made.
And I think
you haven't made any connections.
no, because I think she was just like friendly with Ari, and that was it, weren't she?
Yeah. She's like, she is to Ari what Austin was to Braden. It's like, okay, Austin should give her more credit,
Yeah.
but like, it's just
Right.
there to hang out.
Yeah.
Like, that's
Yeah,
not.
you're right. Yeah, you are right, actually.
You're not
yeah.
in Big Brother to just hang out. Not
Yeah.
in this type of Big Brother,
No.
anyway.
It's not just a social game. It's
No.
also a strategic
But also,
game.
she hasn't got a social game, and that
No.
shows
No.
because you still went. Like
Over
you say-
someone no one knows.
Yeah, most of the
And
people
no one
in
likes.
that house spent a lot of time with you. You think
Yeah.
there'd be a loyalty there, and that's
Yeah.
all she had. That's the only leg she had to stand on.
Yeah.
And she didn't even have that.
If you're on Dan's side, he would have kept you as like a loyal number, but you didn't even have that going
Yeah,
for you.
because you're too arrogant to sort of like play the game.
Yeah, yeah.
And like Tully has been saying this whole time to everyone, what's the deal with Charlotte? No one can tell you what she brought to the house. Nobody has said, oh, there's more to Charlotte than
No.
what you've seen. everyone said, like, why would she take part in a show which a lot of people want to be in, like, have the experience of, just take it for granted?
Well, the bigger question is, why was she cast? Why was Gabe cast? Why was Mitch cast? The original Mitch.
Well, Gabe, I can imagine, probably did give a good audition.
And he just got
I'm
swallowed up in
savage
the house.
and I'm fierce. Like,
Well, why did
alright.
Mitch get cast? Literally, all he had was bird watching. That was it. Why?
Well, you know, Mitch got a bad edit, so, you know.
A bad haircut too. So Dan said, "Is this the eviction thingy now?"
Yeah.
Dan said Ari dodged a bullet.
Yeah, that's for sure.
Oh yeah, that's what you just said.
But do we have the numbers for Charlotte? It could go either way.
SJ was grasping that Dan and Jess want to get rid of Charlotte. You're talking about having the...
SJ grasses every time.
Yeah.
Have you noticed that?
And she's like, oh, miss, I'm telling.
Not only that, not only does she go and tell everyone any bit of information she's
Yeah.
ever heard, ever, but she also flips at the drop of a hat.
Yeah, she does
She
actually.
flits around. The problem with SJ, I think, is she's a people pleaser.
Yeah.
She wants to be everyone's best mate.
Yeah.
And it doesn't work.
No,
And actually, she's pissing people off because of that.
She's got quite a soft spot for Dan, though, still. She's always cozying up to Dan, don't
Danny.
you think?
Danny.
Danny.
Danny, what should I do, Danny? Because I'd really like to go to the final 10, Danny.
The final 10. Fuck me. I put here...
Because I had an F10 deal with Danny.
You shook on it, Danny. You shook on it. And then you evicted me, sent me to the attic. Now, help me out here.
Yeah.
They're talking about having the numbers, but I don't know whose numbers are whose anymore. Cause now that Jess...
And on top of it all, got the fucking lotto numbers coming up.
It's like that room with all the fucking numbers in
Yeah,
all over
it is.
again.
472. 531.
How many men on the moon? I've written
45 bottles of beer on the wall. 45 bottles of beer.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1. I've written here. Charlotte's
Topples the first domino. And topples the second domino. Sorry, you were saying?
I put
focus.
Charlotte's white linen trousers, which I mentioned earlier. Who is she styling exactly? Parachutists. Gabe is moping about. He needs taking out the back and shooting. Oh, Gabe! He's got absolutely rinsed on this one. Gabe, if you're listening, we're sorry. You seem like a lovely guy.
A beautiful soul.
I put, the sad music is almost making me feel sorry for him. Oh, BB gave him a pep talk in the DR.
Oh, did he?
Yeah, he said, "You're stronger than you think."
Oh, he told him, you're born to play this game.
Yeah.
And it's time to fight.
Yes.
Yeah, I've put Gabe emotional music diary.
Yeah.
I've written downtrodden.
See, it did make me feel
It's like
sorry for
Kiefer in
him.
week 2.
Do you think Gabe was born to play this game and it's time to fight?
No.
Sending Dr. Ottoman with the stun
Send in
gun.
the clowns.
I'm surprised you know what that is.
Send him in with a potato gun, more like.
Spud, you don't like.
I got shot with a potato gun when I was a kid by like a neighbour when I was on my bike. It really
Right.
hurt. I was quite upset by
No,
it.
you poor thing. I'm trying to think of a joke related to that. But I'm on my something about your chips were down. Something like that.
Still got a chip on my shoulder by it.
Clearly. Charlotte's lipstick, yes. Fire engine red, I've written.
Dan reaffirming on the way to the eviction room that we're going to get rid of Charlotte to Charlotte II.
Ari said he could have won the challenge. Technical difficulty is my new favourite word. Well, that's 2 words, so think on.
It's also my tattoo of the week.
Gabe's defeated speech. They're loud and I'm soft-spoken. It's hard to come in late. Oh.
I put Sonia was looking good in a white corset-like top. She looks
Why are
like...
you always noting what Sonia
Because
wears?
we always talk about Arissa's
Yeah, we do,
clothes.
I know.
You never talk about Sonia's clothes.
I don't notice because I don't care.
Well, I'll have you know that Sonia, in my opinion, looked like a sexy stormtrooper.
Yeah, she does have that sort of vibe about her. I will say.
What, a sexy stormtrooper
Yeah,
vibe?
she does. I can picture her looking like that sexy stormtrooper. I can.
Dan was asked if it's important to start recruiting intruders when they come in. I don't know what he said. Do you?
Well, hold on. Just let Towie in from the sofa to the armchair. Hold on. Oh, oops. No. Hold on. Oh.
Yeah.
Oh. Have you done the vote count?
No, not yet. Sonia's still talking to the housemates
Oh,
at the moment.
sorry. Go carry on.
Sonia goes, Ari, are you... Ari, you were spared on a technicality. Okay, you said he said technical difficulties.
So I'm ahead of you then, bitch.
Yeah, well, I've got more to say.
Oh, right. Go on then.
Why can't Sonia say Gabe? Sounds like she's saying gay. Probably why he wants to leave. Poor
She's
sod.
out of here.
Gay, but admits that he's been struggling.
Gay boy.
What's going on with his glasses? Why does it look like he has sort of like a bit of plasticine sticking between the two?
Oh,
You know the two bits like on the rim? Something maybe covering a brand or something. I wasn't sure.
Oh, he's got some tape on it or
It
something.
looked like a tape on it, like a little...
They're having to CGI it out.
Like he'd had his glasses broken in the playground.
He probably got smacked in the face by a bitch.
Sonia asked...
Thrown against the locker.
That's why he wants to leave, poor sod. Beautiful soul. Sonia asked Ari... You can't have the eye of the tiger in those glasses. Sonia asked Ari if he's confident he's got the numbers to save his friend Charlotte. Jess stepped in and goes, but sometimes you have to break up alliances in here. And then Charlotte said, honestly...
like yours with Katie.
Charlotte honestly didn't think about the fact that people could be voting to break up an alliance.
What the fuck?
What were you thinking about, Charlotte?
The worst thing was what she said when she got evicted.
Hang on.
Sorry.
Christina has to do her
Let me
pitch.
do that
Christina had to do Charlotte's pitch for her and
said,
said, Charlotte's like always honest. Charlotte goes, yeah, you know where you stand with me. I either like you or I don't, and I make that pretty clear. How about that as a pitch to stay?
Yeah.
If I don't like you, I make it pretty clear. It's like...
I was trying to help you, you
It's
little
like,
shit.
Get a clue, Charlotte.
Yeah.
You're supposed to be ingratiating yourself with these people.
Oh, she's an idiot. What a thing to say when you're on the block.
Gabe said that he can be an asset. And then Dan said, we have a 1 in 15 chance of winning 250k net cash.
Is that before tax or after? Is net
No,
before
net
or
is
after?
like no tax, isn't
You
it?
got... Tally, I'm trying to help you. You got
Is
your
that his
claws-
bad foot?
Yeah, and he's got it stuck.
Oh my god, what a drama.
Oh shit. What should I do? Oh god.
Pause the podcast.
Okay.
Right.
Nothing to see here.
Lindsay thought the cat had twisted
His
his
arm
leg
looked like
off.
it was on back
His
to
arm.
front. And he got his claw stuck in the sofa, and then I was trying to unhook it, and he was just like going nuts. But he's fine now. He's eating a bit of God knows what. That's stressing me out.
Talk me through the vote.
I've got the vote. Gabe got 5 votes. Charlotte got 6. So Ari's vote would have changed the situation.
Jess said she loves Charlotte, but she needs to focus on the game. And Adriana was wearing Dan's jacket when she went into the diary room.
Oh, enough said.
And but in spite of wearing Dan's jacket, she voted out Gabe.
Oh, yeah. Oh.
Dan wanted Gabe to stay,
Oh. What the hell?
I think.
I'm so confused. I need the new alliances to sort of solidify a bit more because I can't quite work out what's going on.
Sid goes, I've found someone in here that I can trust implicitly.
Who's that?
I thought you meant Gabe.
Oh.
Apparently you meant Charlotte.
What?
So he voted out Gabe. And then Marley looked really pained. He voted out Charlotte.
Yeah, like all the people who were sort of together voting different
All
ways.
over the
It's
place.
confusing.
Scattergun.
Confusing the hell out of me. Scattergun.
From the potato gun to the scattergun.
What's next? The water gun.
Brenton's loafers look gross. Did you turn this light off?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Oh, saving your batteries.
No, I can turn it back on again. I just thought it wasn't adding much. But now you put it back on again. I'm like, oh. Sorry, listeners, you can't see what we're looking at.
It's the neon
My
cat
neon
light.
cat lamp that my mum got me for Christmas in May.
You can see that in the background of our pictures on BB and Blast Twitter account. Was that BB and Blast?
Yeah.
There you go.
Can I say what Charlotte said when it was announced she had gone?
Yes, you can.
She said, I don't really care. Oh, I know, this is when she's in the cab. She said, I don't really care. I have a stain on my jumper that's dry clean only. If she wanted to go, I just thought, you fucking useless sack of shit. Just fuck off. Have you got anything else she said?
Yeah, she said, before she said she didn't care, she said people take it too seriously and I just laugh at them.
Great.
You know what? Get a day job.
Oh, that's like Helen Wood. Oh, these Big Brother nerds. Like, yeah, when Helen Wood had a go at you. Yeah, these Big Brother nerds. Why are you still thinking about something I did 4 years ago? Because you're actually interested in it.
Old cow.
Yeah,
she's not even old.
Your clothes are horrible. You're not a good stylist. You don't look good. Your hair's a mess, and you don't give a shit about Big Brother. So you ain't gonna be listening to this. So fuck you.
Then Gabe's like, "Oh, Big Brother, can I chat with you?"
The way he said that, the drama of it. Gabe, you should have gone 2 minutes ago. Actually, fine. If you got rid of Charlotte, I'm happy.
So Big Brother's like, "Yeah, come to the diary room." Big Brother's like, "Would you like to leave, Gabe? Because we've already opened the door for you.
Yeah.
You know, like, you've packed your case."
It's like, you can share this Uber with Charlotte.
Yeah, it's actually an Uber pool. So, if you're quick, because, you know, the meter's started, you can get in it now. Gabe goes, "Oh, you know, I'm mentally and emotionally and physically suffering in here, Big Brother."
He said he's drowned out by the bigger personalities. And then it was Dan talking to on the sofa, and he went, "Gabe's just not cut out for this show, is he?" That was so fucking funny.
Probably Mitch.
It was so good. And it was just like pulling a face, like, like he's not a true gamer like me.
You know what? I really hope Dan writes a book about the Big Brother experience.
Anything Dan does, I'm going to follow Dan on Instagram a lot after the show.
Priceless.
I'm going to be a Dan stan. Oh,
you already are.
And then Big Brother said, "This is Big Brother, dum dum dum." What am I on about here?
Dum dum dum.
Gabe. Oh yeah, they forced Gabe to go back into the living room and say goodbye to people.
Yeah.
You can tell he just wanted to go out the side door. It's like when you want to like leave the pub and not get hassled by people. Instead, they forced him back into the living room, and everyone's like, "No, Gabe, just stay a couple more days. Give it a bit more of a chance, mate." And he's like, "No, I've really fucking had enough of you people. Like, I want to go. Please, let me go." Big Brother, that was a bit naughty, Big Brother, to do that, but I appreciate it.
You've got to get your scenes in.
Yeah, I appreciate the shadiness of it. Here's the title for you.
Yeah.
Gabe it all away. That's on the B list, at least. I don't think Gabe deserves a title, though, does he? Bless him.
Angel, Gabe.
Oh.
Something.
Oh. Yeah. Real. Unreal. No. Something with real. Yeah. All works like that. That's it.
Should we go to the inbox?
That's it. Yo. Don't even look. How many breaks have we had on this? We're so much better when we're together. So much better when we're together. I know. We're not. Together. It's not as distorted.
Do you know? I feel sorry for the people that have listened only on Zoom, maybe, and perhaps they're not used to the gold we usually deliver.
The reality. They're probably like, "Who are these offensive arseholes? I've never listened to this shit again."
Do you know what? Braden's made it.
I'm disgusted.
Braden's emails made it through the filters into the inbox this week.
He's made it through the wilderness. Somehow he's made it through.
Right.
Normally this much singing on the podcast either. Please stop singing.
If you would like to share your views about Big Brother Australia, we'd love to hear them. Email us to bbonblastpod@gmail.com.
Or DM us at bbonblast on Twitter.
We never look at the DMs.
I do. I look at them.
So, don't open that door.
That's the last time, then I'm going to keep them in. Shush!
Are we allowed to read this one on the podcast? Because it's from Ali, who we haven't heard from for a long time.
I've not read it, so you need to proofread it if not. I'll do some incidental music.
The thing is, it's a response to me saying, like, "How are you?"
Oh, well, you better check it first. Previously, on BB on Blast, we followed up with correspondent Ali, who messaged about coming out to their dog. Was she a gal or a boy? I can't remember. She could be in the non-binary. Who knows? And
I think it might be okay to read it.
Well, they've sent it to the BB on Blast mailbag.
What's this? Public domain?
Yeah, as long as it doesn't contain any personal information.
Ali said, "Hey yo, sorry for the mega late response to this. I only just saw the email. This is a bit dry. It's not really that's not very podcast worthy, but I'm reading it now."
What? You send the whole thing's dry? Just
no,
that
bit's a bit like because I've emailed them. It's like a bit weird.
No, it's fine. Carry on. Fuck's sake, they're never going to email again.
Hope you've been doing well. I'm so behind on Big Brother. Barely saw any of BB Can, so I'm going to catch up and listen back to BB on Blast.
Oh, cool.
Like Lindsay does with rap. But have been watching and loving BBAU. And your podcast, though after I skipped through the BB Can spoilery bits to get to the BBAU stuff.
Oh God, but I bet we still spoiler here and there.
So
Little
Ali, yeah.
sprinkles of spoilers.
So Ali does still listen.
Oh, thanks for listening. Sorry for the spoiler sprinkles.
Also, if you don't know, you can watch BBAU live. Well,
What time of the day is it on here, though?
because BMXTV.net does a live stream of BBAU.
Oh, yeah.
And because of time zones. So Ali's in the UK.
Yeah, didn't we watch it once, like in the morning or something, or a few
Yeah.
times? I'm not down for that no more. That stream's too dodgy for me. Every time I go on it, it causes chaos.
BBAU starts at like 10:30am our time, so if you're off work or working from home, you can have it on in the background.
I can't work from... We can't really watch it in the background, though. We need to do notes.
Yeah.
I actually do need to do work when I work from home, most of the time.
But yeah, just want to say, hope you are doing well and have been okay in the lockdown. I'm at uni and actually wrote an essay on Big Brother for a sociology module.
I've seen that before.
It was on Big Brother and competitive reality TV's ability to afford social connections and divisions. And the BB examples I included were Jade Goody, India Willoughby, George Galloway, and then also read an article about Ziggy and Brian and portrayals of masculinity.
Oh, that sounds interesting.
I got a first, and I credited BB on Blast for all the insight into BB history that set me up. For
Footnote. We got a footnote in an essay. That's cool.
Wow. But not many postcards? Podcasts are quoted in...
Imagine the
essay
tutor,
formats.
reading that, what the fuck is this?
Perhaps the tutors looked it up and gone, fuck it.
First, though, I don't want to take
I'd like to
all the
take some,
credit,
yeah.
but, I've got to take some.
God, why do I always get,
I
throaty when it
know.
comes to the emails?
Because we've been talking for
Sorry, Ali.
2 hours, 38 minutes.
But yeah, hope you've been doing well. I've been loving the podcast, even though I've been mega quiet. Support and listener. A mega quiet support and listener.
That's all right. We
Sending you
appreciate
lots of love, Ali.
We appreciate listeners. You don't have to email just because Gaz is demanding you do. Well, no one else does.
Also, if you didn't want that read out, Ali, sorry about that.
Oh, it's fine. That wasn't
I
personal.
want to know more about Ali's personal life, though, to be honest with you.
I think you should leave Ali alone.
Ali, if you do email us back and you don't want it read out, just write, don't read this out in the subject, and we won't. Thanks.
God, you're so nosy.
I do want to know.
Why do you want to know? Mind your business. Oh, because you think it's all down to you that Ali come out. Oh, it's all because of you.
Felt moved by Ali's experience and whatever part BB on Blast had in that.
No, you've been feeling moved by a lot of things lately. I think
very
you need a stiff drink and a slap around the head.
Well, I've had one of those tonight. Laurie been in touch with her BBAU feedback.
At least we ain't got a BBAU draft to discuss. Thank heavens.
Imagine doing a BBAU draft.
Oh, God.
You couldn't, because I've been
No,
constantly fucking ploughing new housemates in.
Ploughing, goodness me.
I want jaw-dropping TV. BBAU has been given it. Having said that,
This
I do
week
not give a
sucked.
rip about watching another fucking edited showmance. Honestly, I can't bear it. If I wanted to watch that, there are seasons of Love Island to stream.
Yeah.
Ta-ta for now. Listener Laurie.
Laurie, for fuck's sake, give us more than that.
P.S. I'm glad you two get to see each other in person today, but I'm already missing the non-existent YouTube video.
Oh.
P.P.S. Hope Towie is feeling better.
Oh,
Well.
the less said about that, the better.
Yeah.
But I think Laurie will appreciate the fun on this podcast more than...
Towie's gammy foot.
more than having a YouTube where we're stilted. What?
Oh.
What's the next
Yeah,
email?
I think so. It's a long-ass email from Braden.
That's good. I'm happy to hear from Braden. As long as there's no spoilers, you need to be the
My
spoiler.
voice is giving up.
Oh, do you want me to
Oh,
read
by
that?
the way, last week Braden was talking about the intruders coming in, and that's why I couldn't...
Ah,
mention
Braden's
that.
always spoilerising.
No, but it was in all the adverts, so
I
that's
know,
why.
but you know me, I'm
Spoiler-free
diving.
merchant.
Be careful you don't read anything out to me, I don't want to know.
Okay, Hey Lindsay and Gaz says, Braden, hi. There were 10, and then 6 intruders came in, and then there were 16. Finally, it's happening. They showed half of the Brenton... I should have made a joke there about, Braden's as good as at maths
The numbers,
as Brenton.
yeah. I was. My brain was going that direction, but I was too tired to say it.
Finally, it's happening. They showed half of the Brenton/Christina. What is that as a showman's name? Brentina. Kristen.
Kristen.
Brentina's
I've
better.
never heard that name Brenton before, have you? I don't really want to
probably
hear
not.
it again. To me.
Finally, it's happening. They showed half of the Brenton Christina showmance before we actually got to see it. Probably in the previous ads.
Oh, right.
I appreciate Christina got her head in the game because I've enjoyed seeing her
Oh,
getting
what?
ahead. She got got her head in the game
She wish,
because
yeah.
I'd enjoyed seeing her last so long.
Yeah, I like her.
It would suck to see her gone because of Brentonator.
I mean,
In
look,
inverted
to be
commas.
fair, if she went, it wouldn't really make much of a difference to my viewing experience. But I do like her.
She's all right.
She's okay, yeah. I'd put her as a 5 out of 10 player. I'll give her 6 out of 10.
And him gunning for Ari. Not on my watch, but whatever
Oh.
floats their boat. At least I got Muscle Man Mitch to myself. I find him more attractive, to be honest.
Yeah, me too.
Yeah, me too. Got more about him than Brenton.
Brenton's just bland. Jack was going, how can people find him attractive? I said, I can see why people would find him attractive, but he's just bland to me.
Yeah, me too.
Just Mr. Bland.
Anyone that wears loafers like that,
Oh.
on my shit list.
Has he got socks on or just...
No.
Oh, God.
I've got carpal tunnel has become the new... I'm 6'1". No, so I'm 61. Who's 61?
Marissa.
Or the new... I'm from Broken Hill. Or I'm really short. Speaking of throwbacks, the Intruder challenges are re-ups of the F5 and F4 last challenge,
Yeah, last year.
last series.
Yeah.
The ball one, where Chad had sprained his ankle.
I told you it was the fucking ball one, and you said it wasn't.
That was the corn one.
I told you it was the ball one. I had that
went,
written
nah,
in
ain't
my
that.
notes.
And the corn...
I just sprayed them more than you.
And the corn... Me too. And the corn where Sarah, unfortunately, was robbed.
Yeah, running up and down those steps.
Yeah.
I knew it. I
knew
know
it.
better than to
But he
trust
did have a
you.
busted up ankle at the corn as well.
Yeah,
it
because
came
that was like
after.
the next day.
Yeah, see. Also, the Tilly and pedometer task was literally the opposite of Chad, and how he had to get a certain amount of steps. I like how Braden explains that because we wouldn't get it. We're not that fucking dumb.
We could be.
The last episode was so messy. The twin challenge was sad to watch. Sad to watch. I was saddened by the
I
twin
liked
challenge.
it.
One of them should have been voted in. Well, they weren't.
Yeah, one of them was voted in. No, one of them stayed.
One of them earned their way.
Yeah.
What it means is saved by the house.
Oh, fuck that. I don't want 2 of them in.
Ari having a hole in his balloon was shady, considering he was nominated after the fact.
Yeah, do you think Ted put that hole in Ari's
No.
balloon? No?
Things can go wrong with a challenge like that.
Put it in, Mary's or something.
Even though I'm happy he was safe after all, but still. Poor Gabe. He really struggled and seemed like he wanted to leave beforehand. I felt for Gabe, as I've been in that situation before.
What
where you don't
situation?
really feel like a part of a group.
Oh, yeah.
Well, everyone has.
Yeah, everyone, like we were saying about Little Mix earlier, all of them have felt sort of alienated for one reason or another. So just think, I'm like an international pop star, like Paul.
Mainly in school, to be honest, but yeah, the whole situation was
Oh.
shady too. It's like they talked him into staying till after the eviction.
Yeah.
Well, they might have done. Normally, though, when someone wants to go, Big Brother doesn't really let them.
No,
They're like, "Oh,
so it
sleep
just
for a
goes to
night."
show.
Gabe, they were like, "All right, mate."
Braden, don't worry about those school people. They're losers, and I bet they all look like shit now, so forget those twats. It's true, those school people are the worst.
Actually, you're right. The people like the sort of cool, arrogant people from school. When you look back now, you're just like, "Oh, really?"
They look like absolute shit. And Jack used to be fat at school. Like, people come up to him now in the pub and they're like, "Oh my god, I can't believe how you look now." Like, people used to bully him at school. It's just like, fuck off.
These used to be my trousers.
Yeah. Wearing them with pulled out like that.
Yeah.
It's just like, fuck off. So you only talk to him now because he's not big anymore. Like, he's still the same person. And Jack has all these people from Facebook from his school on Facebook, because apparently when you were a kid, there was no Facebook when I was a kid. There was no internet until I was 17.
I got school people on my Facebook.
Yeah, but people you don't like.
I got people who I probably am unbothered about on Facebook.
Yeah, but he has people who he doesn't like, who
I
used
don't
to
have that.
basically bully him at school.
Oh no, fuck that.
I'm just like, delete those people.
Unless he wants to prove he's had a
Yeah, he
blow
wants
up.
to prove that he looks good and he's going out with a hot minx like me.
Hot milf, you mean?
Well, 2 of the letters are the same.
Yeah, you missed it. She's L and X. milk.
Hot milk.
Confuse the hell of it.
That's what I have
can't
before
spell
bed.
Australia.
Hot milk. Oh, this is ascended. Big time. Oh dear. Gas can't read. Do you want me to read
Oh
the
god,
end
I've
of
got
it?
COVID. Which in turn robbed Charlotte of staying because... Right.
Do it in a really high voice, like Daddy. Maybe that will help.
Which in turn robbed Charlotte of staying because he could have stated... No. Let's give Braden's email some respect.
Right, breathe. Take a deep breath.
Which in turn robbed Charlotte of staying because he could have stated how he felt and
Yeah,
Gabe,
that's what we said, yeah.
and then had the votes put on him
Correct.
instead of quitting outright because he definitely looked like his mind was made up long before.
Yeah. Quite.
Speaking of Charlotte, I felt like we were seeing more of her this week. I can't believe we lost a fashion icon. Braden!
Is that a joke?
You...
Is
have
that a
to be
joke? I
joking.
mean, to be fair, me and you are more of a fashion icon than Charlotte is. And that's saying something.
Don't think so.
And you turned up in your jogging bottoms.
I'm comfy in these. Top 3. You know, like Braden likes to do top 3. Tilly...
Is this his top 3?
Yeah.
Okay, it's not the
Tilly,
real top
Ari, and Christina.
3. Why is Dan not in Braden's top 3?
No idea.
I like the fact Braden doesn't actually acknowledge anything we say to him in the previous email where we're like, why do you actually like these fucking people? He just ignore, it's like he's not listening
Yeah,
to the podcast.
Braden,
He just emails in.
Stop breaking down the episodes that we've just spoken about and
Yeah.
tell us, why don't you like Dan?
Yeah. Why do you like
like
Ari?
Ari?
Yeah, and who's the other people? Tilly, fair enough. We can
Tilly,
agree
Christina.
on that. Whatever. Braden, we must have said so much shit in this podcast you don't agree with, like about Gabe being horrible. Come on, give it back to us. Argue with us. We want a bit of animosity at the end of the podcast.
He says, P.S. again, very long, but there's a lot I needed to say.
That's okay.
Much love and kind regards, Braden Harvey.
Thanks, Braden.
Thanks, Braden. That's it. Do you know what? I would have liked Shiner from the BB Can
Fuck yeah, no,
BB
give
Can
it up,
pods to have
bitch.
emailed us to give us our thoughts on the final.
She's not interested.
Is she
in...
real or what?
What do you mean?
Is she a fake person?
Who would be faking it? Who? Him? No. He's given up on
Your
that
realisation.
Well, because he's the only person who fucking does shit like that. No, I think he's given it the ghost long ago.
Anyway, we've successfully
I'd
done our
Cheers!
unlockdown first pod. I think I finally relaxed after 2 bottles of Prosecco.
Yeah, that will do it.
We've had a bit of controversy along the way.
Yeah, we've had Towie going Garrity.
We've had a lot of laughs. I think it's been better for it. We've got no outro music unless I do
Play
that.
some, come
Let
on.
me do the outro music now.
Yeah, you got to do it. It's alright, I'll Phil.
Oh, fuck it, Phil.
Is the outro music different to the intro music, or is it the same one?
It's a spin
Hold
on
on,
the
we've
same
got to do
tune.
all our thingies as first. Our social
No,
medias.
because it starts now.
Oh, follow me on Twitter. Like at VM.
Follow me on Twitter at @BB_superfan. I've got my own app.
Follow BB on Blast on Twitter. Follow BB on Blast on Facebook. Read my book, First Aid Kit Girl. And send us an email, bbonblastpod@gmail.com.
Visit the website, veganblast.com, and if you'd like to donate to us on paper, I'd really appreciate that, because I don't know about you, but since lockdown's lifted, I'm spending money left, right and centre.
Yeah, I'm brass. It's Jack's birthday and I've spent all my money on presents for him.
Spent money on wine today, I've done a takeaway, I'm going to get a taxi home, so, fund the podcast.
Yeah, we're not all about sitting in separate rooms anymore. We've got outgoings. Think on. We had the crisps as well, Funyuns.
You don't need to talk through the entirety of this track, don't worry.
That's it. Thanks for listening.
Thanks for listening, we hope you liked it.
Bye.
Bye! Oh.